Veggey 12.
Where will this path of strife take him? Ready yourself. Witness the abyss before you. Sacrifice yourself to the Satsui no Hano! Die a thousand deaths! Rid the sun! Become the demon! I am the true master of the fist!
Simple and clean. Showtime, baby!
Welcome to Sets. This will be a good fight.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to another week of Sets here on Capcom Fighters. You know the drill. 2 players in the ring for first to 10 with interviews on both sides of the exhibition, as well as talking everything Street Fighter 6 related. It's been a fair bit of news over the past couple of weeks. Hey, some of us were able to put our hands on the demon himself. You can see that all over social media and, of course, YouTube as well. I'll be your host once again today, Jammerz, and alongside me, the co-hosts are here. We'll have a little chat, we'll have the banter, and we'll play some video games at the same time. All right, gentlemen. Veggey, we'll start with you. Talk to me how you feeling today.
I have a question for you, Jammerz.
You look like you were dying to speak.
Yeah. So, Jammerz, who has a bigger back, me or Akuma?
Akuma.
Yeah, Akuma.
Akuma.
See, no, the production gave 1 point to production, 0 points to Olvaha, and 0 points to Jammerz.
No, it's Akuma all the way.
Okay. I'd say one thing you might have over Akuma is you're past 6 foot. He probably isn't, so he might have short man problems. And it makes a lot of sense.
My back would be bigger.
Maybe he's that angry half the time because he's short. I don't know. And he's, look, some guys are a bit angry.
It's possible.
Anyway, no. Right. I think Akuma's back is bigger than yours, but you're taller. You have that. That's very important. Anyway, Olvaha, talk to me. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good, man, and let me just say that I'm very jealous of the people who have had the chance to play Akuma already, but I can't wait for him to release. This is the best trailer, the best theme, the best character they've ever done.
Okay. Wait. Are you making that claim right now?
That's my personal opinion. I'm not
making the
claiming
claim
anything.
right now.
I'm making my personal claim opinion right now. Yes.
Don't forget we have Zangief with loyal fans, with Last Ride, with Siberian Express.
You know.
With the Uwaya, with the Diria, with the Oria.
You know.
I really don't know what he's on right now.
Hold on. Do you understand what you're saying?
Greatest.
You know Zangief looks like a plain Jane compared to Akuma, right?
I don't think I've ever seen anyone look like Zangief in real life.
Simple is beautiful.
Absolutely amazing.
Simple is beautiful, Jammerz.
When they work, when they connect. Have you seen the chops?
You would know. You played Poison. Simple is beautiful.
Yes, I can say that, but Poison's a completely different character and probably never going to show up in SF6. If she does, different story. You'll hear me singing to the hills.
He's trying with the reverse psychology now. Oh, she's never coming here in this game.
Yeah.
I know. I'm playing Rashid at the moment. I'm suffering.
Buddy.
Let me try to. Green Hand is never coming back, guys.
Anyway.
It's not coming back.
I'll tell you what is going to show up, though, in due time. It's our run of show, so you can go look at it right now. This is what it is, people. We start the show, and then we have a little pre-match podcast with our guests, which I will talk about them momentarily. And then we'll have a first to 10 afterwards. So if you only want to show up for the games themselves, because I know what people are like, I know what you consumers are like. Like, where's the game? Right? You can come back in about 20-25 minutes, and we will have a first to 10 underway for you guys. And then after the first to 10 is complete, we will have a post-match interview with the guys, as well as we'll do our new series we've been doing. Avatar battles, we've got a hashtag for it, everything. It showed up. And it seems that some people like it. Some people even forgot that avatars could do combos. Can you believe it? You guys spent so much money on one aspect of the game when you haven't seen the other side of it. That's insane. And then after that, we'll have the SF6 news and esports roundup. Things to show you, of course. Some of the things you have seen. There might be one or two things we've got to show you today that we haven't already. I need to remember that, but I could be wrong. I'm going to fact check that shortly. Right, somebody called me. Who called me?
Yeah, I called you, and I just wanted to say that if the matches are delayed, I'm going to be really mad.
Don't shoot the messenger. Anyway, right.
Jammerz, if the matches are delayed, I will feel emotionally be the same as if they're on time.
I will be emotionally distraught.
Anyway, can we roll the fight card on so the people know who we've got on tonight? We did talk about this on social media. We do have Wolfgang returning on the show, and we have MikeX, Capcom Cup qualified MikeX. Couldn't make it out of his group, but boy, did he put on a performance. One of the strongest players I've seen for this game from the Canadian scene as well. Good to have him on. So, just quickly before we get these guys in, Veggey, we did have the pleasure of speaking to MikeX and talking a bit about the cup. What do you think?
You know what? MikeX is one of those surprise new faces at the cup that was like where did this gameplay come from? Like, it was amazing watching. I actually thought he looked so strong going into the last day, and I thought that he had a good chance, and he probably did have a good chance at making it out. But I mean, I think we can ask him about it later. Maybe experience, being at that big stage for the first time. Maybe that had a big role or part in that. That's actually something that would be nice to hear him talk about. But that was one of them. There were many players that were like, "Wow, where did this player come from?" But he was definitely one of them. When I saw him both play against players in free play and watching him on stage, so I was just gourmet gameplay, gourmet loot gameplay.
That's good. Olvaha, do you think Wolfgang will be able to defend Blanca for the next 20 minutes? I don't think he can.
No, he can't beat the Blanca allegations because it's been all over, right? So
it's crazy.
This is something I'm looking very much forward to because the internet seems to not get enough of the Blanca discourse. It's all over their socials.
Big thanks to ProblemX for starting everything off. Don't worry, we had a nice little breakdown here, but we'll have a breakdown from someone hands-on Blanca themselves. All right, so we're going to get the guys to unmute their microphones so we can have a little chat with them before we get into the nitty-gritty for the first to 10. So, let's get these guys going, and then let's have a lovely chat, because I think there's plenty to talk about regarding Street Fighter 6. So let's get this thing underway. Right, have I got MikeX and Wolfgang? Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yo, I can hear you.
Perfect. All right, gentlemen, thank you very much for coming on this show. Wolfgang, good to have you back on. Right, before we get to Wolfgang, because He's probably got a lot to defend himself for in terms of Blanca. We'll get there, don't worry. Mike, this is your first time on. Now, first of all, Mike, I want to know, where did MikeX, the name, come from? Was it short and sweet? Did someone give it to you? Talk to me. What's the origin of your name?
Honestly, even when I was like a smaller kid playing like Pokemon games and stuff, I always named my guy like MikeX. I just stuck using that. I just never changed it.
Nice. Is that the brand name until we move on to things? Like, I like it. MikeX, short and sweet. How long have you been playing fighting games for, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 26, and my first fighting game was actually Super Street Fighter 4 15 years ago, so like half my life.
Okay, so he's been playing for a fair bit of time.
Did you play in Street Fighter 5?
I played from like release to like the end of it pretty much. Just didn't compete.
Okay, what character did you play in Street Fighter 4?
Oh, I played almost everybody at some point in that game. There were so many characters to try and so much like V triggers and V skills to test out. I pretty much almost used everybody at one point.
Interesting. So we've had a few people that didn't really compete or play SF5, but all of a sudden they made the competitive jump in 6. I'm going to ask you the same question. What made you decide to jump into the competitive fray for Street Fighter 6?
Honestly, I just started playing online like during the first month, but my friend was actually telling me that I was pretty good and I should try entering some of the online tournaments, especially since the netcode's been so good. And I kind of found some reasonable success with them, so I kind of just kept elevating my game, and then it ended up with going to Capcom Cup and competing, and now here we are.
So, no, honestly, it was great to meet you and watch you play at Capcom Cup. I actually learned a fair bit about how you play and your style. It really works in this game. So, when you were competing and kind of moving on to qualifying for the Cup, at any point did you know that, okay, I really think I can do this? Or was it just, we just kind of like take things in its stride and see how far we go?
As for qualifying, I knew I was certain after like the third World Warrior event. I was like, yeah, I was pretty certain that I was going to qualify for sure. I wasn't really too questioning about it.
Okay, I like that confidence, because some people don't know. They just kind of just go with it and it's like, okay, if I qualify, I qualify. If I don't, hey, someone encouraged me to compete. I did, and I feel good competing. I just didn't know I'd qualify, because that sprouts into something really good. So now I really like that. But then let me ask you this, because I know Veggey's got an important question I want to ask you as well, and I want to ask my guests, because we are coming to the end of the first version, the first season of the game. Mike, your overall opinion on the game. Have you had the same opinion on Street Fighter 6 as you did when it first came out? Has it vastly changed? Is there something bugging you? Do you really enjoy something? Like, what's the overall opinion for Street Fighter 6 for you, this first version?
I feel like the game's been fun. I've almost been still having the same amount of fun as I have like when the games first came out. The only thing that sometimes gets harder to deal with is like sometimes dealing with the faster drive rushes has almost been a theme since the games first came out. Stuff like drive impact isn't really as prominent as people thought it would be when the game first came out. Now it's kind of a pretty manageable mechanic, but you know, the throw game in the corner is definitely a big trend, and that's hard to deal with. But overall, I think there's lots of tools in the game that you can prevent yourself from getting in that position, so it's not too bad.
Interesting. No, I like that. That's a very fair opinion there. And one of the more positive ones we've had, I must say. Veggey, ask your question before we move on to Blanca.
Moving into the last day at Capcom Cup, MikeX, you had shown everyone that you were a contender for making it out of the group and going far into the tournament. And you did play well on the last day as well. But do you think that this being your first time on such a major stage impacted your play on the last day? Or do you feel like you did what you were supposed to do, it just didn't work out? How was that experience for you, that potentially making that huge upset on the last day?
I'd say for the most part it went exactly how I would have thought it would, except during my set with Gotchi-kun in game 2, when my level 3 like barely didn't kill him, I kind of I wasn't really used to a situation like that on such a big stage where he's like one touch off, and then I like ended up losing that round and then that game, because if I would have won that round I would have been up and won, but instead I lost just because I just didn't have like the nerve experience to be able to handle a situation like that. But I think as time goes on, that'll just get better.
So you think that if that was a ranked set against someone you don't fear as much, you would had an easier time managing to land that last hit without like
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, I mean, it's these games have become a lot more interesting now because it's not free chip like it was in SF4. It's like, okay, if you've got a speck of health left, you have to fight literally tooth and nail to get the final hit. And because there's the regular state and burnout state, if the guy's not in burnout state, it's like, oh, this is going to look very long to try and get. So it's kind of proven there. But I like that you've had that self-analysis so you understand. So going forward, you can definitely understand that and be more familiar, more confident. And if you ever run it back with Gachikin, hopefully, if the level 3 doesn't defeat him this time around, you know exactly what to do. And then hopefully he'll be shivering in his boots. I hope so anyway.
Exactly.
Probably
follow
will.
up on that for kind of maybe for both Wolfgang and MikeX. We can start with MikeX. Do you think that the most known and established players in the scene kind of can get away with rounds they shouldn't have won 100%. Because of their names like that? 100%. Because they are who they are.
They definitely have like that, top player factor. Sometimes you'll give a player more credit than you think, like in certain like wake up situations, like, oh man, it's so and so, he's not going to wake up DP, and then they do, and then I'll just throw you way off because you think, oh, that's too, they wouldn't do that, it's too it's too silly, they wouldn't, but then they do, and then what? Then you're really flustered.
Oh man, that's crazy. Wolfgang, what do you think about it? Do you think some players get away with murder?
I definitely do think that there's a competitive edge that some players have based on the like the impact that they've had in the scene. Like I've seen like players just freeze up just because of the thought of who they have to fight in bracket, or like they overthink their situations because they think, oh, there's no way he might just have to read on everything that I do, or they have to read on everything that I do, or like for example, let's say, oh, X player wouldn't do this because they're too pristine, they play too on, and they're just going to just keep doing the thing you didn't expect. Every time, it's just that there's definitely that edge of like, oh, you think I'm not about that life? Okay, let me pop out real quick and show you.
Listen, in some scenarios, I think some of their reversals land purely because, like you guys have said, it's you just don't think they're gonna do it, and sometimes they do some wild stuff. And I've even heard the players call each other out and say, "You guys are random." Like it's like, well, look, that's what fighting games. You need that element of surprise, man. No, seriously. But no, I really like that answer from the both of you. Right, court is now in session. It's the criminal on trial is Blanca.
Oh my god!
All right, so first of all,
Order in the court.
Don't worry, we'll get MikeX's opinion. We'll get MikeX's objective opinion on this afterwards. Wolfgang, let me ask you this: do you understand why people are complaining about Blanca right now? Let's just get that out of the way. Do you understand why they're complaining?
Of course. With the character that has this much reward off of like layered set play, when you're thinking about like a million things to check or deal with in neutral, I totally understand why a character like Blanca could be like so aggravating to fight against. His normals are insane. They have good reach, good conversions. Combo theory can be all over the place, but depending in the hands of a great player, it doesn't matter, right? They just make things work. And I totally see it. I can totally understand people's gripes. It's just, I think it might be that that lack of information of like why things work the way they do, or knowing that whether or not that there's counters to said thing. It gets kind of blurred on social media, so people just take it at face value and call it what it is, what they see it.
Well, speaking of face value, because we live in a society where if I don't understand a video in 30 seconds or 2 words in my face, I'm just not going to understand or bother to care. Has this come to show you that who actually tries to counter Blanca and who doesn't? Because sometimes, and this is where I think some people are pretty smart, they raise the white flag when they know they can't beat someone. I know that's given in too quickly, but some people are like, I can't beat this guy. Once upon a time, there were a couple of people, think about it, right? Well, okay, we'll use Men at RD as an example. There's a vast majority of players where if they saw Men at RD in bracket, you know what they're going to do? They're going to look at the lower bracket. They're going to look at the loser side. Because they know it's just this isn't going to work out. And that's where I'll give some people credit for them being smart. Do you think that when people, saw the Hurricane clip, saw the, I think it was Mr. Wolf clip and somebody else, where they're losing, it's like, okay, there's a way out of this, but in the probability of me guessing correctly, when the me guessing correctly is not as rewarding as Blanca guessing correctly, do you think they just throw in the white town, just don't bother with it? They just deal with the level 2 and complain and get more evidence to go back to Daddy Capcom, or do you think people need to try harder in the lab?
I mean, hey, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna answer that question with a certain statement. Like,
go for it.
It's tensions are getting high because this is gonna be a pretty, I would honestly say, divisive patch for the community because everyone's gonna hope they get what they want and be mad that they don't get what they want. And it definitely feels like players are trying to optimize on that opportunity to bash things that they know others also wouldn't understand, like why it's so strong, whatever, right? So like risk management is definitely not part of the conversation, unfortunately. I started to just accept that for what it is. As you said, they rather blame the beast than actually try to like figure out the situation. And it sucks too because when you're trying to like analyze it from a fair standpoint, understanding that the character's messed up when they get the hit that they earn, right? Like I get that part. It's annoying and it sucks to be in that situation. But understanding the better risk reward is always the most important thing. Because if you don't, you're gonna start overthinking and the feeling's just gonna feel worse because you don't know how to get out of it.
I think for some people, that was well put by the way. I think for some people as well, I don't know, Veggey or Olvaha, if you guys agree with this, it's like, look, when you put in a 50-50, first of all, 50-50 odds are as good as any. But again, it's the reward.
I like those odds.
I'll take those odds as well, but it would only be super meaningful if I could land just as much damage as you did. It's like, okay, if I have to risk, let's say a reversal, because you can reversal out of the air blanket ball against the doll. You can do that. But what if it doesn't work? What if he blocks? Then what? Now you've lost anyway. Some people weigh the options. It's like, I'd rather just sit here and then just take a grab, but then he combos off the grab. And I think that's where people start to complain. It's like, yo, you've laid out 3 options. Well, the throw combo is actually the least damaging one. But the problem is, people look at it as, I've just taken damage across the board. You just have to you have to pick one. You ain't choosing, you're picking. There's a difference. Right?
GG's, I gave up afterwards.
If I could interject,
go for it.
I definitely feel like again, understanding what happens if you choose on the second interaction could help people understand, like, okay, well, we're at the first layer at where most Blancos will always go for the throw after OD airball because no one either no one techs or they just don't know that they can combo off the doll, right? So we're at the point where it's like, all right, when people actually start showing to reversal DP or reversal super or just jump out the corner, then it's like, okay, now we can start layering with the shimmy and the hop through and stuff like that off the OD airball situation, right? Because I think there was a miscommunication when we were saying block or take the throw, right? We're not saying, oh, just let me win.
You think that was miscommunication? Writing 2 words in a tweet, just block.
Yeah, of course, yeah, Twitter. I mean,
Okay, so let's play that. Let's have fun. Let's have fun with this then. If I just block and I get put in burnout because of your incessant pressure, then what? I did the right thing, no?
Okay, so if we're talking about the situation on Twitter that blew up, right, where it's, oh, this doll plus OD airball situation, specifically that, right? If you're willing to take said throw in the first knockdown and the Blanca overextends because they want the 2-touch, right? The whole conversation was, oh, 2-touch is dumb, right? What leads to that 2-touch is usually Blanca spending almost over half of his drive meter, SA2 install meter. And then when he gets to that point, it's like, okay, I want to kill now, right? If you're aware of that, the best case scenario is usually to take that first throw, because if they go, okay, I'm gonna go for the OD airball, you're blocking already. And then, even though he's +6, you're like, okay, he's probably gonna throw me or go for something crazy because I blocked, I didn't get hit. Now you can show other options like DP or jumping out. And, people want to play like the superhero role, but he could just do this. It's like, we're not gonna go that far if you aren't showing us. It's like a meta thing where characters tend to evolve. Like, we can't even show this option if most people are gonna just sit there. Like once they know the extra layer, then it starts getting to be more like, extensive. But like, I think people definitely tend to overthink the situation. Like we look at the clip when Taquito, I think recently Taquito played against Problem X, and he took like 3 throws and he still won the round. All right, like he weighed out the doll pressure and weighed out like, okay, I'm gonna take throws here, like 12% over 66% every time.
But I mean, those throws ended up doing 12 times 3, which is 36.
They add up.
Yes,
and before he attacks, by the way. 36%
and
before you
and the thing is that during to me, of course, the lesser evil is to take the throw, but at some point you will be forced to make a decision. You can't just take the throw.
Of course.
So I understand when I am the receiving end of that mix-up, it doesn't feel like that was a balanced risk-reward.
You don't feel like you had
situation for me.
options?
Well, I don't feel like I don't have options, but I feel like the risk-reward on my options are not really. People use the clip where Tokido took the throw as like evidence that you could just take the throw.
This is how I know a lot of the FGC will never be good in the court case, by the way.
He had,
here we go.
after these 3 throws and that side switch thing, he had 18, 19, maybe 20%. If that is a success story, then I feel like that provides the complainers with
more
like
evidence.
it's like you are
ammunition.
because
this is why
he won the round, but he lost as much life as he would have had he taken the combo.
Of course.
Yeah.
So
there is a lesser evil, but since there is no throw loop, since there is throw loop, taking the throw is actually just delaying the inevitable.
Of course.
Yes.
The way that I look at that though is like if you're trying to weigh out a worse situation where you're playing against the players like options like okay, let's see like I earned the hit, I put you in the corner with this install that I spend my super on. Like I said, I know the super is good. I'm not downplaying anything. I'm just saying weighing the options in the situation. I have Dog on top of you, right? I can only go for the big thing with this super, right? So I'm going to be taking these throws. Let's see, okay, am I aware of what happens when Blanca does this? Am I aware of what happens when Blanca does that? Should I parry here? Should I not parry here? Things start to overlap, but once you basically weather the storm, which is basically what Takedo did, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take these throws, right? Like, all right, the only other bigger threat I feel like is because he was given more situations to wake up with things, whether it's super or DP or whatever. It's not just, oh, I'm gonna just do it here because I feel like it. You're like, okay, I'm gonna show it here, right? Because he waited it out, sure, he got set played, right? But I think the biggest thing is that understanding when and when not to take certain risks is just as important, and especially when you're applying it to certain players, right? Like, for example, we could say, Blanca won because throw looping is yada yada inevitable, right? But technically, just about every character can do the same thing. So to act like, oh, he's broken because he can do that and have a fail-safe doll, it's like, no, that's just the reward of the set play of him hitting you and getting you in the corner. The same way, like, if Ken touches you once, you're in the corner. You can't just say that's a Ken thing. Like, just about everybody can throw loop you in the corner.
I understand. In layman terms, give it about 2 years, we'll understand how this first layer of level 2 works, and then the blanket players will come with 5 different layers. I know what's going to happen.
3 more layers beyond that.
I just want to add on to it. I personally like Blanca's design a lot in this game. I feel like it might be a little overtuned in areas, but I enjoy fighting Blanca, and I've enjoyed fighting Blanca since the release of the game.
I wonder why.
Especially, I learned a lot from playing against my friend, actually. In the beginning, it felt impossible, but then the more we played, the more possible it became. And I think that when we compare it to something like Ken, it's like, yeah, there you can take the throw, but if he decides to go for the block string, it's done. It's finished. It's over.
It's finished.
But with Blanca, you continue from there, and then after the block string, you're in again for another block string because of how the level 2 works. So I think when people compare the damage and saying, yeah, but every character can do that with level 3, that's true, but the benefit is that if you guess wrong, both scenarios will lead, like if you throw and they take the throw, you get the guess again. If you try to punish the throw by doing something else and they didn't tech, you're still getting into the same spot again with the same reward. And I think that is what, at least that's for me personally, what can feel frustrating. Not that the damage is there, it's that this situation will loop for a long time now. We're sitting here for 10, 15 seconds with the same situation.
That's what
people are frustrated about. But maybe I misunderstand it.
Well,
I have a question.
Before because we are running out of time, and I do want to get
I have a question.
2 things from Mike. I do know one thing they can. I do know one thing they could probably do. They're doing it to DJ with his way into maximum impact, the launcher. They're adding scaling. They probably need to add more scaling onto the doll. if it hits in any shape,
They could,
in any
for sure.
capacity.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because to me, at least what I've read from what people have been finding from that location test, they're still allowing you, they instead of removing the combo whatever completely, they say you can still do it, we'll just scale it down a bit. So maybe adding additional scaling onto the doll might be a thing. Who knows? But hey, that's just me and me being a backup dancer suggesting things, not
sure.
dealing with it. Olvaha, you asked a question first before I get to Mike. So.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask Wolfgang, what would be fair adjustments to Blanca in your opinion, so that players who play against Blanca and players who play Blanca would be satisfied in some kind of a way? Because obviously we can't have a perfect harmony, but something
that's never
close.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, for people that fight against Blanca, I can see it because, mind you, I'll just say it. I hate fighting my own character. Fighting Blanca sucks.
Damn.
And
so
now
if
you
there's a-
defeated your
Damn,
whole
imagine that.
argument.
Hey,
Imagine that.
Hey, I'm gonna put that on record. When I'm playing other characters and I fight against Blanca, I'm like, bro, okay, like you're just gonna press this one button and DRC, okay, bro, like. But anyway,
You can't make this up, by the way.
I'll give you the first. I'll give you the first suggestion, like similar to what
Alright.
Jammerz said. You could add more scaling on doll when it combos. I think that's fair. You can also add a bit more recovery frames on crouch medium punch. That for as good as a poke as it is, it definitely needs to be a little bit more whiff punishable. Like I shouldn't be able to just get away with throwing this normal and neutral and like, oh yeah, I'm sick, right? Because I know how to use it, right? I'm not gonna say I'm just brainlessly using it, but the fact that I can, it's like, bro, like I'd rather know that I can earn this hit rather than just spam it and you're scared to press something. You know what I mean? It just feels weird, but I don't know. I can't really think. It feels kind of biased if I was to suggest this because I am a Blanca player, right? But as far as what could benefit other Blancas, I mean,
Whoa.
it looks like they may or may not have already addressed it. I don't know. I'm not going to say that on record, but I think either reducing pushback on his lights or helping his bread and butters could be a bit more good as far as quality of life for Blancas.
Yeah.
It's more consistency, yeah. Because like there's certain combos where it's like we're supposed to do it, but it's just inconsistent.
I see.
You know. Other than that, I can't really think of anything. Blanca already just feels pretty.
How about
complete to me.
EX Airball?
No, but this is the other thing as well. When people say they have a laundry list of complaints or whatnot about a character, like what would you change? That I don't know. And I was like, yeah, like I don't know why we've spoken for the last 15 minutes if you don't know.
I personally don't think you need to even go that. I think how you get into the situation of the level 2 is more of an issue, which is the crouch medium punch and the driver's heavy kick.
This has been my
That's
thing.
my opinion.
Before I get onto this last question, this has been my thing about the game, and I speak to people about this all the time. It's we complain about the surface problems or talk about the surface problems. I said, the problem lies elsewhere that leads to this.
Yep.
And it's like, if you change that, because again, a lot of things that happen in this game is due to the frequency. It's not that the mechanic itself or whatever it is, it's the frequency of how you see it, and then obviously the result of it is 60 to 70%. Sure. This is a high damaging game. I don't think the damage is going anywhere. The frequency you can definitely change, but you have to identify the problem without it being too specific, because this is a very universal systematic game. You don't want it to snipe in on someone specifically and it affects someone elsewhere where it just ruins the whole game. This is a Jenga piece. You don't want to ruin it in that regard. So we'll have to see how that comes about. Right. Let me get this last question. Mike, I'll get it from you first, then we'll go to Wolfgang. Mike, your top 5 characters right now in Street Fighter 6. Who do you think they are? Surprise me.
Okay. We got Luke at number 1 for sure.
I love how you're honest. Thank you.
Second, I'd probably put Chun.
Okay.
Number 2.
I respect that.
Put JP at number 3.
Okay, I like him. He hasn't forgotten. Don't worry.
I
He's
love
smart.
a classic.
Smart.
I like DJ at number 4.
Okay.
Okay, let's put him there.
Nice.
And man, number 5 is where it gets a little tough, but I'm gonna go Cammy number 5.
Ooh. Nice pick.
Okay. All right. Indulge me. Why no Guile?
Feel like it's just because he has like the Dalsum JP. He has a couple of matchups that are pretty tough, instead of having more even across the board, and that's the only reason why. He's my number 6 though.
Okay, so he's not that far off. Okay, fair. No, that's a very respectful 5. He hasn't forgotten that JP still exists. I like that. Wolfgang, what about you? Your top 5 in the game before we go to the break.
Well, I mean, I feel like I have no choice but to order this. But even though I don't like ordering top 5, but like, I would just say what, like Luke, JP.
Nice.
Let me see, DJ.
Classic again.
It's hard to ignore Ken. So Ken.
Okay.
And it's always number 5. That's like the free space on the bingo for me, because there's so many characters currently that could fit that bill. Within like the 12 characters that you see, like they're like up on the upper echelon of that 12. Like there's like a couple in there that you could put, and then you could put Chun in 5. You could put
there's
Kenny
20
in
characters
5.
you could put in
Blanca in
5.
5. Yeah, like people have said, oh, is Blanca top tier? And I'm like, if Blanca is top 5, he is number 5. Like that's where I would put him. I cannot put him over the 4 characters I mentioned, but I would just. It's hard to say, man. It's just a bingo. It's like
well,
a
if you had to pick one,
okay, just
I would say, shoot. Just for consistency purposes, I'll probably just say Cammy.
Bingo.
Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All right.
It's just she's just consistent, you know. Like,
Cannon strike.
So, for argument's sake, for you, why no Chun-Li?
See, I've had this conversation with people before, and I know you mentioned before. Well, no, maybe not you, but I've had this conversation where they said this before, where it's like tournament results don't mean everything. But I just feel like, for me personally, for a character that I've seen that is so strong in everything that they do, right? Like, it's just, I never really see her close out when it comes to like long stretches of a tournament. You know what I mean? Like sure, her tournament presence is strong.
She doesn't go the distance, so she can get to the finish line, but she can't cross it.
She just can't cross it. Yeah, she doesn't win anything. And that's not to discredit how strong she is, because I know how strong she is, right? But I'm looking at Cammy, I'm looking at like Blanca, you know, it's like, bro, like it's hard. That's why I like, me personally, like, just for, you know, conversation's sake, I prefer a more graded system over than just a 5, because so many characters can be
we're
like
controversial
that.
out here. I'll give you a 5.
Yeah, but I get it though. People want like to just say, all right, top 5, right? So I feel that, but it's like, I would, if it was up to me, I would put like 3 or 4 characters in the 5th spot personally. Like it's all these characters are just so strong.
Okay, no, I like those answers. I like those answers from the both of you. Hopefully, we filled out Olvaha's bingo card.
Just before we go to break, Jammerz, I'm sorry.
You better make this quick.
There's been two ministries of the down players, or whatever it was called.
Ministry of
Propaganda.
Propaganda.
The Ken down players, Ministry of Propaganda. I feel like the Ken ministry must have succeeded better than the Luke ministry, because Ken is rarely mentioned in the top 5 now, and especially in the top 2, top 3. Yes, I feel like you know who to hire if you need a PR campaign for your character. It's the Ken Ministry of Propaganda. You need to hire
their media department is unmatched.
It's unrivaled.
No, legit.
They're too good.
Don't worry, we'll come back. Don't worry, they're going to shift over to Akuma. We'll divert the attention to them. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a break while we sort out the Ministry of Propaganda. You guys get your snacks. I'll get Wolfgang and MikeX in the lobby, and we'll get this 1st to 10 underway. Don't go nowhere. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
Shoryuken.
Veggey 12.
This is Beat Square. Beat Square Station.
Seriously? I'm not interested in whatever you're pitching. You really want me to punch a hole through you? So, just who are you? You need to learn to stop pissing me off! I knew there'd be more of you. Let's go! Ring the bell! I'd be scared too. punch him.
All right. You know, I think I could be a voice actor for one of these modes in Street Fighter at some point. Just saying it on record,
You think
so
you could?
that people are aware of it. But anyway, before I have a very important question for Olvaha, I just want to welcome everyone back to Sets this lovely Tuesday. The weather has been lovely in Norway, at least. I hope it's been lovely for everyone else. Spring is here. It's great. It's beautiful.
So lovely.
So it's awesome to be watching and commentating Street Fighter in the evening, so that we can enjoy our day in the day. And I know for some reason this is not the evening, but you know how it is when you are the one talking. You just think about what it is like for you. But
I don't even know what you're talking about anymore.
I have a very important question for you. So I asked you earlier who has the bigger back, me or Akuma, and you said Akuma, and it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not angry anymore, just a little bit.
Yeah, you shouldn't be angry because it's facts.
Which exercises do I need to incorporate to get the same back as Akuma?
More pull-ups.
But pull-ups is my only back exercise. So you
More
need to
pull-ups.
Even more? Okay, I'm just gonna
More
start pulling up.
pull-ups.
So my wake-up routine will be to get out of bed. I have to do a pull-up.
Yes.
Yes. Or until failure
100.
in the morning. Okay, 100 pull-ups. I can't do 100 pull-ups in the
Well, you should be able to. The moment you get 100, you have a bigger back than Akuma.
Yeah, that I really hope, because if not, it would be unattainable. 100 pull-ups is a lot. Anyway, we're back into the set right now, so that's very good to see. And you know what I like about this set is that I have played so much against Blanca, and I have played as Luke, and so much against Luke, that I feel like I can pinpoint some of these situations as they progress into the set with great accuracy. Maybe not the damage as I failed last week, but let's see. Yeah, the first round was a quick one.
As long as you've got the insight and the accuracy as to understand the psychology behind certain decisions,
That was a
should be good.
fantastic forward fierce.
But it looks like at the moment, I don't know. I tried to look at Blanca's neutral recently and see what people are getting hit by, especially on the ground. And like, people are upset at crouch and medium punch, but I've been saying it for a little while. I'm pretty sure other people have as well. You can sweep it. You get the right spacing. It's got 5 active frames, but you can sweep it. It's pretty consistent punish.
You know, one thing I noticed about good Blanca players is that they are decent at using forward fierce, because that is a notoriously hard move to actually space out correctly.
Good observation there. This should be the round here for Mike. He might not even need to spend any super. Tell a lie. He's going to have to use level 2. Yeah, it's going to have to be level 2 with the scaling.
Baby! So this is his level 2. That's when he says beast mode, baby.
No, because he's looking to the right, so he said east mode, baby.
Ah. So when he looks to the west.
Yes.
You couldn't hear it, but we had someone from production being very happy about that from Olvaha, just so you understand.
Right, let's see how far this goes. He's going to get the side swap here, and he will be able to activate level 2 pretty soon, but he's going to throw him a little bit first before he does it. Yeah, he's going to actually throw him off before he does it.
Whiff.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And I feel like MikeX was playing just correctly there, taking those throws. And I mean, we could say it worked out because he's out of the corner right now.
Yeah.
Wolfgang,
that was kind of a risky hop from Wolfgang's side because he gave out the position there.
I love that Wolfgang did that, and that's a problem that I notice a lot of people have against Blanca. The first one will whiff, and they try to react to the first one, and they press a button or something, and they lose to the second one, and he's already buffing it the whole time.
You know what would be funny, guys? If Wolfgang was like, okay, so I hear all this complaining about level 2, so I'm just going to use level 1 and level 3. I will give them.
I will play. That will be the play.
I won't give them the ammunition.
This gets out of there as
well.
You know,
I really like when I see Blancas do EX Blanca ball into the jump back medium punch into the down Blanca ball.
Oh yeah.
Instead of just the up ball after connecting that. It's such an optimal thing, and I feel like if you're a Blanca main, you should definitely be using that.
It gives you way better.
Oh, good. Yeah, he got hit because he didn't want to get burnt out there, and he couldn't check.
Nice challenge on this.
And had the frame kill for the guaranteed, or it could probably be countered by level 1, but you can never know.
Another doll into a mix-up, nice and easy.
Okay, that looked like a safe jump into safe electricity pressure, which inevitably activate the doll. So again, Wolfgang's got the set playing and the trickery on deck, because again, Blanca is notorious for the trickery, but what people are upset about is there's a solid trickery behind that, and those two words shouldn't be in the same sentence. So
I love the term solid trickery.
Why is this the first time I've seen a Blanca activate off of EX ball?
And you know what? That takes a bar away, by the way. It's 2 bars, because you wouldn't spend the 2 bars to activate when you could do stand fierce into the move. But if you block the Blanca ball, that's 1 drive stock gone. Then you got to
nice back throw. He totally avoids the doll there.
And that was definitely on purpose.
Nice snipe on the back medium kick. That's a decent anti-air as well, and gives you an ambiguous side switch if you decide to cancel it to hop, for example.
And you know, I like that kind of approach. He realized that Wolfgang was going to use the crouching medium punch, so MikeX, instead of just looking to whiff punish, just look to be in range to get the crouching fierce to either whiff punish or counter it or just hit. It's a good way to deal with it when you have the range on a cancelable button like that, I think.
Looks like Mike is he's willing to block and then try and jump out, but he hasn't risked the reversal yet when he's trapped in the corner against Blanca. So right now the nonsense hasn't happened just yet.
He's not pressed hard enough, huh?
Well, you know, he is listening to the peanut gallery. They have said just block, so that's what he's been doing.
True. That's the best.
And you know, another strength about level 2, because that level 2 is so versatile, right? So even if you get kind of burnt out, you have the ability to activate and almost force yourself
here comes the
back
pain
into the game with it. Yeah, and this is super dangerous. Nice backdash from Mike.
That was a great challenge, but to no avail.
Alright, there's one throw. Air Blanca ball still a thing. And he tried to wake up.
Absolutely, it's always going to be a thing.
He's got
that almost. That almost looks like a confirm.
He's going to get an Oki here. That just backs off. I like that.
Nice. Needs to keep going because of the drive bar. This is dangerous.
Yes, fine. He's going to get a punish.
On the empty Blanca roll.
Yeah, it's the rainbow roll. But the fact is, Mike actually walked under on purpose and went for the crouching medium punch, where people would have just gone for an anti-air instead. So he was confident he'd catch the landing frames and get the full punish into level 3. So that was exquisite play there from Mike to make it one apiece.
I call that massive brain activity.
And you know what's interesting with that? If Wolfgang catches on to that, they can start to implement actually just doing it on block instead of trying to go over the anti-air. So there's always that fun mind game to it.
Oh, nice air throw. You don't really see that too often, but that air throw is sick. Okay, wow.
buffers or confirms.
That's also an
medium
underrated
punch.
button. Like standing medium punch is great range as well. That's definitely some of the more underused Blanca moves because you just see crouching medium punch on the average Blanca.
Because crouching medium punch utilizes the system much more than stand medium punch.
Absolutely.
Because by being special cancelable, that opens up so many avenues. Stand
Absolutely.
medium punch has a specific purpose, not a problem. We saw Wolfgang use it there. Can activate the electricity, meaty, and he's done. That
so
should have been the round. Is that the round?
Oh,
I
it
think
can
it is.
still be the round.
Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
You didn't even need that, honestly. I'm pretty sure EX up wall would have killed, but he wanted to make sure, so I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it looks better when you combo into level 1. It was for round anyway.
Yeah, it's a cool super, not gonna
It's
lie.
definitely a cool super.
Yeah, rule of cool. I like that.
And I feel like Wolfgang
Great.
is someone who's always going to be very optimal with
Yeah,
stuff.
great observation, Veggey.
Oh, he could have got more damage there, Mike, but I think he played it safe with the meter punch into the Sandblaster.
He's got great advantage on the drive meter right
What a
now.
perfect parry, and I love that because when you are put in the position that you are burnt out from the next heavy, you have to make a decision. You have to
That
either
was such a great
perfect
back
parry
jump.
or tech the throw. And I love when people get the nerves to do the perfect parry for that, just to stay alive.
Ooh, that was
Yeah.
such a meaty back medium kick. That's such a nasty move in the corner.
He's trying to run away all the time instead of committing to reversal. Because the less meaty you have, the scarier decisions are made, and he doesn't want to.
He's gonna do the level 2.
And this is big though.
Instantly gap close if he finds the Blanca ball here. There you go.
Blanca
Oh,
ball.
he's gonna chip him out.
There is
yeah,
the-
Yeah,
this is
G-
definitely chip
GG's,
out
man.
territory. GG,
Got him,
shake my
GG's.
Trust me, they didn't call that a multi-purpose level 2 for no reason.
Got him.
Multi-purpose indeed. Okay, he's been
Isn't
really
it more
strong
like
at-
omni-purpose?
It's omnidirectional, yes, but
Nice conversion from Mike. It's the corner, and this time finds a slight delay on the crouching jab maybe there.
Got him. I
That's the
like that
first time
perfect spacing.
Mike has, yeah, that's the first time Mike has gotten Wolfgang to tech in the corner after trying to shimmy so many times. Still goes for it, still gets it.
the
Well,
jab
finds the
pressure
punish,
just
and that's
being
enough,
persistent here. Yeah, nice. Paid off.
I think it's interesting for me as well, watching how both of them to defend against each other when they're trapped in the corner. Obviously, Wolfgang having a little bit more flexibility in terms of defense as opposed to MikeX. But MikeX's spacing against a lot of stuff that Wolfgang's done has actually been pretty good so far. Let's to block this
Here
stuff.
comes the command
making-
grab!
He's going for the
you're
drive
making,
reversal. Yeah,
you're
he's
making him angry.
he wants the drive reversal to come out so he can get big punish, but Mike's not going to give it to him so easily.
Well, I like those single normals
That's punish.
cancelled into the heavy flash knuckle from Mike.
That's big. And tries to actually probably go for the bait on the parry into the walk-up
Burn him
throw.
out. Yeah, he's looking
Nice
to burn him
Ready
out.
with the DP.
He's looking to burn him out.
Still not
and that's
burned
gonna
out.
be the
There you
game.
go.
Keep it
You're
simple.
burned out, but you are burnt out, but on your own terms, winning the round. How about that?
Well, here's been the interesting thing. Like, Mike's been burnt out a fair bit, and it's mainly because, again, if he's unsuccessful with trying to escape, he just has to firm a lot of the stuff that Wolfgang's literally inflicting in terms of pressure. And I think Wolfgang's identified that, and sometimes even he's hungry for the burnout himself. Because like I said, burnout's a collaborative effort. So.
For sure.
Oh,
he could've got it.
nice shimmy, but he didn't get it.
Forward fierce once again, pretty perfectly spaced from
What a
Wolfgang.
jumping from Wolfgang. They were really ready for that. That was such a bait with the
Yeah,
movement.
okay.
Nasty. He gets a safe doll from the EX Rainbow ball as well.
Dude, there's a ton of stuff where it's like
Yeah.
you purposely end it to just cancel out to the doll, and we're so
And there
lucky
it
can't
is. I
come
think
off
that's the
of
first one.
Nice
Mike answers with a
challenge, though.
DP. Very
Is that
close
gonna
to
pay
burnout,
off?
And we've
No,
seen it so
unfortunately.
many times that Mike tries to shimmy and Wolfgang wakes up crouch medium kick. And this time Mike did not block on time.
Ooh, the surprise EX ball on round start.
Here it comes.
Definitely gonna throw you off 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, I like the drive rush cancel. Yeah, to get out of the doll's way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
now
into the
he's-
doll again.
He's back to the danger zone.
Throws Wolfgang directly over the doll.
Oh, that
Final
was
reaction to the tech though. That was interesting.
Which part of just block you didn't understand?
Yeah,
Tried to tech.
Mike's always low on drive gauge.
Yeah. Decides to go
Out,
close for the
yeah.
kill, and there's that hit. That was actually kind of an okay hit to be hit by Mike. Goes for the level, like bets it all on that overhead.
He could
Really,
have squeezed a little bit more damage from that. And
Slight
if he
bit,
doesn't
yeah.
kill, I know why. Yeah, okay.
Oh,
could have had the medium knuckle.
Yeah, I think the
Oh,
medium
misses
knuckle would have
throw.
done it as well.
Yeah, it very much might have.
oh my god.
Power of Luke's damage. Not ready.
He can dash after this. He can dash after this.
And that is
Oh, the block!
crazy block. What a block from Mike, and what a setup from Wolfgang.
Dude, Mike is godlike.
No,
I thought they were going to go for the safe jump setup after that.
No.
But then going for that.
Listen,
that
if
was
you
such a
gave
good block
me
and such a good setup
if
too.
you gave me a character with tomfoolery to win the round, I'd take it.
Solid tomfoolery. I'd like
Oh,
to
that's
add.
a big one. Nice with punish from MikeX though.
This is great momentum on MikeX's
And
part.
I think it's interesting that MikeX is going for the medium knuckle into the
Dude,
right
he's
shoulder.
looking fantastic.
Level 2 should do it, and he's going to go for the whole thing.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Beast mode.
Even jump medium punch, delay knuckle into level 1 could have killed there, but I
No,
understand
but
going for the easier option. Yeah.
But here's what I respect about Mike, because there's too many times, especially in tournaments recently, where people are going for the optimal stuff. That's fine, but we know, you and the viewers know, that the super will just get the kill. Don't make this any more complicated than it needs to be.
Absolutely.
He was ready this time for the EX
This one is
command throw.
close. Nice interruption, and tries maybe to catch a button or a tech there with a drive rush into the command throw, but MikeX so ready to jump out. Nice conversions. This is gonna be dead.
Yeah, absolutely, you're dead.
Very dead. Probably, maybe could have killed with a heavy fireball into the heavy DP as well, but just making sure.
Details, schmeetails.
Meter comes and goes, but it comes really fast for Luke.
I could argue that you should have said pause after that, by the way. Anyway,
What? I don't understand.
don't worry. If you don't understand, you don't understand.
You pure soul.
I really like how the mix has been. MikeX either he's been shimmying and he's either had a successful shimmy or gotten hit by the crouch medium kick for the last 2 games now. So it's been like every other ish. He's very confident that he
Bites
will
here.
Wolfgang
Crouching
to
medium
check.
punch, the one and only.
Right, and look what happens when he just blocks.
Low on drive gauge.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Got him, GG.
Well, no, look,
They were
is
too nice for that one.
this is
He
part
was
of the
literally just blocking.
Well, no, this is part of the argument, right? Because if he spent 2 bars, it probably would have hit. But here's the thing: Wolfgang almost took 2 stocks of drag gauge away from him by blocking. You were going to lose 2 bars anyway.
That's true.
That's a trade offer.
And this is
I
all
receive
Wolfgang
round
right
win.
now.
You receive foul mood.
Oh, he's taking the throw, Mike. He's in that yellow though. That's big damage. Another throw from Wolfgang. What's it gonna be?
Oh, buddy, another level 2. Here we go.
Take
Dude,
the
this-
throw. It's time to take the throw.
This is
Oh,
devious
mate.
work right now.
Right, he's got to
that
reset him.
happens so much.
So he's
And
got,
this is
he's
level
got to
3.
knock him. No, he's got to knock him down and reset him. Yeah, he's got to drive
I
rush
like
cancel and
that.
overhead. He's got to do a drive
Regain
rush
your
cancel
meter,
and overhead.
King.
I mean, now one decent hit from MikeX is actually dead.
Nah, he
And
needs to,
Wolfgang
he
is
needs to
running
get
out.
the cancel and overhead him. I think that's better.
Yeah, he lost the timer
I
there.
think if he can get it,
Oh,
if he can
no.
get a
Yeah,
clean
that's
hit,
it.
that's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's
it. That's miles enough. Doesn't even need to go for a light perfect knuckle into the heavy knuckle. Just making sure someone's going to stay down.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna stay down after that.
What did he do? He flung out Stand Fierce, right? And he just hit?
Yeah, stand
Yeah.
fierce.
Yeah,
and it
I
was
think with
counter
Luke,
hit.
If you have critical art and they have 55, 60% ish, you are just going to be looking for any medium or heavy, and you are going to have that round. So even though that looked like it was really in Wolfgang's favor, in neutral, the position, like the risk reward was equal for both of these players,
Oh, of
even
course,
though it
yeah.
looked really bad.
I was
for
looking
Mike.
at it from the...
you can, yeah.
Oh, go on.
No, I was just gonna say that you can never really count Luke out when he has level 3.
Especially not when he has critical art level 2.
Yeah.
Mike's done that again. Mike's done drive rush cancel from Stand Fierce into delayed medium punch a fair bit, just to see if Wolfgang does a reversal on
The tech,
defense. So, good
You just
block.
have to
Go
block
for a reset over it, and this is huge. Gotta be ready with level 1. MikeX though almost burnt out. Wolfgang wants to burn it now. It's too late. They have to do something else right now. Maybe just recover the drive gauge. Try to get
No punish.
the sweep going, and we're having.
Oh,
it
that's
again.
gonna be a punish.
Yeah, that's
there
it.
you go. Take your round, King.
And the run
right.
overhead kick as well.
Well, this turns this is literally the battle of one trick pony versus stability, and I know what's working. Alright, there we go. Forward throw. Get the punish counter as well. No air blankable. Saves his bar, because that would have been smart anyway. Would have put him in near burnout.
He's gonna go for the Oki here. So in the corner
Oh,
right now,
I
looking
see
fantastic. Nice side
So
switch.
I just want to
yes.
highlight that.
Mike should have
Wolfgang
burnt him out! Oh! Okay, got him anyway.
It's all good. Now he's burnt out. Just a little bit delayed. As per request.
Steady like it. Let's go.
Oh, hold up.
This is
Hold up. Is he gonna cook? Is he gonna cook with this one?
Oh, finds the punish. I think. Oh, I would
Oh,
be
that's
scared
gonna be
to
massive.
actually FP jump there. This is
Dude, that's
I understand him
massive.
looking for the
Is he gonna block? Just have to block, bro.
Oh, this is so good because here comes the ball.
Still...
What a bait! Wolfgang still in it. Let's go.
I
That's
understand.
nice.
Basically, it was like 5-6% vitality left in Wolfgang's favor, and Mike was salivating at the mouth to go 5-2 up. That was unfortunate there.
And
Yeah,
you
he
can see,
totally felt that round.
That
can
was,
see the
that
defensive-
was not wise. Yeah.
That's bad for your health against Luke.
Oh, that was a good DP though.
Yeah, I'm blank
Oh,
Steam
I
playing
like
right
that
now.
punish,
Doesn't
though.
help.
Try to get something going, but has level 2 will activate. There, the activation. What are you gonna do, Mike? Get hit.
Oh, you're gonna get
That
hit.
was wise. And that was one
Now
throw.
you just need to block, bro.
Oh, nice jab.
He got him.
Oh, you just had to
All
block.
right.
Find the hit this time, and that's gonna be it. Wolfgang is just like that back into the game. And I just want to highlight one thing: that in the beginning, Wolfgang would hold the parry and get walked up thrown, and Wolfgang has now switched into holding the parry and then delay forward drive rush, and it's been working out on
Well,
defense.
I mean, let's look at what Wolfgang did there. A lot of people neutral jump in the corner, and he actually caught
Yeah.
it. Not many people or characters are doing that. So the fact that he was
That's
able to do that and win the round, like, props to Wolfgang for that, honestly.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
that was a good
really
call.
good. And since they tried it earlier as well, but it just didn't work out. So seeing that they didn't lose the confidence to do it again is always really nice, because some players might just lose the confidence if that didn't work out the first time. The hammer of justice.
To get
Yeah,
tapped down next
absolutely. Against the villainous Blanca.
forward throw. Still with the ball.
Hammer of
Oh,
justice.
nice blocking from Wolfgang.
He's trying to.
Yeah, maybe
they're
even
both
just trying
burned
to
out
build
now.
the bar. Has the bar now, needs to decide
He's got to be careful
if they
level
want
1.
to save it. Yeah, needs to be decide if they want to save it for their next
Gotta
round
be
or not.
careful of hops now. Nice
Yeah.
check. Active
You
defense
don't
there.
want to do like that raw activation with that little life left, especially with no Blanca Dola on the screen. Not ready for that big whiff though. Nice back dash. Let's fly. Ooh, 2 neutral jumps into the forward jump. Unfortunate on the conversion.
You get some solid damage here, though.
Okay, just went for the poke there with the stampede. Okay. And then, yeah, he's going to flail out the
That's the
stampede.
answer, yeah.
And
He's gonna be dead.
close it out. Yeah. Pale Rider will do the trick once again, and it will put Mike 5-3 up in this set.
And I think it's interesting that that was kind of like an evolution of the mind game I spoke of as this game started, with a delay drive rush into button on defense, and now MikeX, it almost seemed intentional, just saw the drive rush and then went for the stand fears, knowing that the drive rush would be cancelled out of that whole drive rush on defense.
Ooh, that forward fierce was not doing any favors for Wolfgang in that situation.
Good block.
Nice finds the plus frames.
And he's making every time that Wolfgang's done the air blanket ball, he's hit a couple of times when it's blocked. So Mike's actually handled the situation after that pretty well.
Yeah.
That was a good throw.
What?
Nice. The electricity didn't pick him up from the air, though.
I think they wanted to do it on a block string, but didn't catch the jump and still
I mean,
canceled
compared
into
to
it.
other games, like the electricity doesn't work like really as an anti-air in this game.
Oh yeah, that was not an attempted anti-air, I think.
Yeah, I knew, but I just wanted to point out that it's a very different move compared to other Street Fighters.
I was just about to compliment Wolfgang on his, on his drive gauge understanding. It's been brilliant. How Wolfgang has been able to make Mike always fearful of his drive gauge before Mike goes into burnout has been brilliant, honestly.
Yeah, and he's also had like super clutch moments where he's been able to regain his drive meter instead of getting burnt out.
Well, this is what they were talking about, right? Wolfgang was saying it's like, Chun-Li can get to the finish line but can't cross the finish line. There's been a couple of moments where Wolfgang's had that same issue.
And I want to see them get that
just a
Twitter highlight
great
round
back
right
throw
now.
once again.
That would be so good. There's the active
do the
blockable. Have
same,
to
yeah,
hold
nice.
it. Not ready to
Nice
beat that
patience from
crossover.
Mike.
Yeah. Nice with punish or buffer.
So, yeah,
Either way,
Wolfgang
that's
gets the
big.
buffer again. Oh, and he got-
Wow, okay, surprise.
Drive bar to follow
No,
up
that's the
combo.
Blanca classic. Forward hop into up ball.
What it would punish.
That
I
was a
love it.
great buffer.
Yeah, buffer or with punish. Maybe just a
Yeah.
buffer. Either way, it landed and it killed, and it
Either
put
way, it
Wolfgang
was
back into this
beautiful and
game.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and that was pure with punish.
Yeah, I
latest one.
got to give Wolfgang the props. Like the situational awareness on neutral jumps.
I mean, he's a fantastic character specialist.
Is that it?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
it.
dead. This is so dead.
Whoa.
And there could be a level 1 there as well, right?
Yeah,
he had
absolutely.
After the DPU too, I think.
It's like, what
He
would
wasn't
you
high
like to have for dessert?
Oh yeah, it's only in those high juggles. And that's like 20% EX Blankable conversion.
Well,
Nice
look,
move punish.
having Wolfgang here just lets us know the potential of Blanka in different areas. Because the consistency I see with Problem and Mena is phenomenal, but then Wolfgang will just show you one or two other things that you haven't seen, like the activation we weren't seen before with the OD Blanka ball into the level 2. No one really does that because it's 2 bars.
Yeah.
Well, that was really good. The
Oh, the
preemptive
spacing!
parry.
Oh,
Fantastic
that
spacing.
was immaculate there from Mike. He literally walked away and he just said, I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you.
Yeah, I'll be ready for you.
Perfect.
Shoulder tackle.
Okay, nice.
But it's interesting that Mike is going for the shoulder tackle, because if you want to go for a throw, then you can be interrupted a lot of the time. But if you
delayed
go
air
for the
ball.
medium into the light knuckle run shoulder.
Oh, this
you
is-
get to get the throw anyway.
This is
I wanna
where the
ask him
fun
about that.
begins.
Okay.
I feel like both players are in pretty good position right now for this round.
Mike, he needs just
I'd say
one
Mike.
hit. He needs
Yeah,
one
I
step
feel like.
this.
Yeah, I feel like Mike is maybe even in a slightly better position right now.
Yeah, but
One stand fierce away.
But Wolfgang,
Especially now, after taking more damage. He's closer to the finish line.
Wolfgang makes it increasingly difficult only because
scary.
he makes your Blanka makes the drive gauge like low. So if Mike
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
the special cancel, he's going to burn himself out or be in a detrimental spot. That's why I give Wolfgang
Mike is in
credit.
great position right now.
Oh, Mike's actually now at an equal footing.
He's
That
winning,
would've been
he's
it.
winning.
Mike's the kill.
He's
Oh,
winning.
This is super dead. Yeah.
All right, and there you go. The CA version of the Super Art 3 will close it out once again, and it will give Mike that 2-game buffer here. Like I said, Wolfgang sometimes does half the work for his opponent, Mike, and Mike will capitalize on that. That's what Street Fighter is all about. It's the dance. You do half the work,
Dance
I'll
of
take
death.
Yeah, fierce. Oh, finds the counter, standing heavy punch again. Into the run shoulder tackle, which is... Yeah,
That was a
I find that
meaty
interesting.
roundhouse. And look at the damage from that meaty roundhouse.
Yeah,
Nasty.
if you get it right, Crouch Fish should connect like every single time. But,
Yeah, but that's a really satisfying
Oh, not ready
meaty
to
setup, by the
punish
way.
that with combo attempt.
Ooh, nice. I like how he's always reacting to the raw doll in neutral, like instantly closes the gap. He doesn't want to deal with the mix-ups in mid-screen.
I wonder if Wolfgang has any more tricks in the hat. Doesn't look like it's going too well for them at the moment.
Yeah, missed the charge there with the jumping back medium punch.
Ooh, nice. On both sides there. And there is the setup from Wolfgang.
He's gonna go for the slide to get the decent Oki
Actually
here.
tried to go for the parry instead of crouchers and instead of DP there. But it did work out. Finds the hit. Now MikeX is close to kill again. It's like a throw and a combo should do it for Mike. Maybe even just a combo very soon. Nice.
That's the
it from
standing
Wolfgang.
short whiff there. He's done that a few times here. I've never actually seen that before.
Which one, Blanka?
Yeah, the drive rush empty short
It's
into grab.
either a gimmick or it might actually legitimately give him
Yeah, because
automatic
I
frame
haven't
advantage
seen
for a
any
throw.
other Blankas do it. It's interesting.
It might give him like the perfect frame advantage Blanka for the next
Yeah,
throw. So.
it looks like it anyway.
Oh, this is
We'll have
huge.
to ask for that.
Gets the throw.
No combo,
Activation's coming soon. Nice from MikeX. Just challenges.
Oh dear.
That's too late. And that's into level 3.
Oh,
really
dear.
time to go to work.
This is going to change the tides in terms of the drive beater here, and Wolfgang doesn't have that.
I like
many
how he kept it short and simple as well. Didn't go for any drive gauge usage.
Ooh, MikeX did the European Luke. Mix up after level 3. The dash in, dash out. Didn't work out. though.
Once again, didn't work out this time, yeah.
Ooh, finds the second hit there. That's huge.
Dude, I love that slam knockdown that Wolfgang does.
Yeah, it's really, yeah.
Oh dear, he's
No,
got away
it's-
with it. That should be the round. No, too much scaling.
No, it's not. Just a little bit too much.
Oh
Finds
my
the
god,
air
defensive
Will-
jump back EX ball.
throw. Will Mike? He just built the bar. Are you gonna risk it?
Oh yeah,
Are you
that's
gonna risk it.
That's
Don't
a
risk it.
GG's moment.
Don't risk it. Don't wanna jump in. Oh, that was such clutch gameplay.
That was actually a
so
great
alive
delayed
right
hop
now.
from the coward crouch.
Well, in that moment in time, you're going to forget that he can stay on the ground crouching
Yeah.
and then hop and then pounce for his prey. You forget that.
And that was so good.
Look at that.
No.
Look at that's only been 10 seconds to look at Mike's drive gauge. Like nothing happened.
Yeah, I like how unfazed Mike is about all of that. He's like, okay, let me just get into the next game.
Oh, back to those delay, parry delay forward into stand light kick. They're working out again. Want to see if MikeX will answer that again soon.
Challenge on the wake up.
Perfect, perfect. Give me a break.
Yeah, you're gonna give him a break because he's gonna take the round and you're gonna start a new round. That's a break.
That's true. Give him a break. Break's over.
Yeah, back to work.
Delay on the EX blockable. Finds the standing medium kick anti. You're so consistently so good at it. They're really ready for that. And finds they find another EX blockable. Here's the level 2. It's party time.
He's always waiting. He's waiting for an uppercut or the drive reversal blanker. I wonder what they're thinking, Wolfgang, in that situation. I don't know why you just don't go for the stand fierce into stand fierce. So.
Almost. Nice, he's just
well.
up there.
MikeX holding it down.
Chipping away at MikeX's drive bar.
Chippy, chippy, choppa, choppa.
That was so good
that's
from
done.
Wolfgang.
Yeah,
Yeah, they are
done.
so ready for the
I
optimal
love that
conversions
slam
when
dunk.
they need that for the kill.
Well, this is okay. This is what was difficult for a lot of people to get behind when it comes to watching Street Fighter 6. Just give the players a little bit more time to get the optimal stuff out.
Dude,
When you
Blanca
watch
has
Optimal
evolved
Street Fighter
so
6
much from the launch. Yeah.
Yeah, when you watch Optimal Street Fighter 6, it's a lot better than it looks when we're all playing for lasagna and spaghetti hoops, you know?
Yeah, remember when we used to spend 6 drive bars to do like 25%?
I still do that, by the way.
I mean, Zangief still does that, but that's Zangief.
Yeah. Just
Oh
exactly
my God.
25%. Yeah.
Right, this actually might
So,
leave
Veggey,
him
nothing has
for
changed.
a guess for game? No, if he takes the
No.
throw, he's fine.
Will he try to burn him out? Finds the crouching medium kick, does Mike, and Wolfgang is again fighting from a 2-game deficit. Like that word, Jammerz? Deficit?
Yes, Veggey. Your
impressed
English
with
has
me?
gotten better. Wonderful.
That's great.
You
A+.
already had good English. He's getting better.
Oof. That's great. It's great to hear. Wow. The hammer of justice on the crouching medium punch. We need
On the
less
villainous
recovery
Blanca
on
once
Blanca's
again.
crouching medium punch after this.
The evil deserve to be punished by the hammer of justice.
And I really like how Wolfgang has now went from the crouch medium kick into the ball, just into the sweep, delay sweep as a counter.
Give me
to
a
shimmy.
plate.
Okay. Mike trying to make this 8-5 here against Wolfgang. And their decisions
Oh, nice
have
with
been
punish.
their decisions have been pretty
infamous.
good in neutral and offense thus far, Wolfgang. I think just a few hiccups on defense been letting them down.
Yeah.
And it's hard to do that in this game, honestly. You can play well and still lose. You can
Yeah.
do so many incorrect things. It's unfortunate. So.
You can have an amazing day,
Yeah.
you can have a bad day, and you can have a day just in the middle. Nice, perfect parry from Wolfgang.
Oh,
They need to make this count.
I like
Oh
this.
yeah, he's
Burnout,
making
yeah.
it count all right.
I like this. Here it comes.
But I think it's... Ooh! The escape and then the chase down?
Yeah,
Nah,
you're
this
not
is too
going
good.
nowhere, buddy.
But the dangerous thing is that if MikeX get reaction level
No
2,
stop.
I think that might kill it.
There it is.
Oh, that was so nice to delay the walk back, knowing that Mike wouldn't try to jump out. Wolfgang stays
Well-
very much alive in this game.
I like the timing of the DI as well, because after that you're not going to immediately do something. You wait for your move to recover, give
Standing
yourself like
medium
1 or 2
punch
seconds
instantly
to
as well.
think about your next action. The DI came at a perfect point there for Wolfgang.
I feel actually now that people are buffering, and when they press a button, that's when they actually stop buffering and looking for it. So even if you're technically not with punishing the button, you'll just get the drive impact, and they won't be ready to counter with the super after the whiff. That's such
gonna
a
be
huge round
another
for
level
Wolfgang.
2 here, baby.
Fura, fura!
Ooh, into an
back.
ambiguous situation. That was nasty.
Well,
is
if
so
you hold
dangerous.
parry, it no longer becomes ambiguous. So.
Yeah.
Oh, you just pressure. That's going to be the game.
Pressure! And Mike was looking to take it to 8-5. And all of a sudden, we're on 7-6. Wolfgang is returning to
Yeah,
the
that was
draw.
objection in the court.
Oh, nice walk back and then shimmy on the throw.
Oh, he tried to backdash there.
That was such a good backdash into forward throw. You're definitely not getting punished
look,
after that.
when people backdash in the corner, sometimes I get worried because it looks like they're going to get caught, but they don't.
Yeah.
The back
is
medium
huge
kick
still.
once again catching.
Oh, he
Great
caught the
parry
active
this
frames.
time though, yeah.
There, he caught the active frames. That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was like the super meaty stand medium kick.
Yeah, just look at it. He probably
was
tried it again there.
The perfectest of parries for MikeX. What?
Perfectest of parries. What?
You don't like my English anymore?
No.
Veggey, your English is getting better.
Oh, forces MikeX to actually drive reversal. This is huge.
Ooh, the
and you know
defensive
MikeX
jump
wants
back.
something going. Doesn't have too much. Finds the beast mode though, but I
That
feel
was
like that's
great
almost a win for Wolfgang. Because MikeX is truly in burnout and there's not going to be a level 3 for this round at the end. Even if MikeX gets out. Needed to check that. That was beautiful. Just looking for that. Tries a lot now Wolfgang to get back in. Lost a lot of life.
Solid in this round.
Capitalized there, yeah. Ooh. Oh, eats the DP input.
Ooh, and the surprise forward dash. That
yeah.
forward dash animation is kinda easy to get mixed up with other things, as you're looking out for 100 things when you're playing against Blanka.
We saw MikeX block the overhead reset, and the next time, matches later, Wolfgang, remember, tried to go for the crouching medium kick instead, and MikeX actually tried to counter the overhead, this time with a drive impact, but yeah, the crouching
was delicious.
So that was actually so many layers of reads on both sides, and it can be so easily missed if you haven't watched from the
No,
beginning.
that's true. That's very true.
There were
Yeah,
layers.
things are
on
happening
layers.
so fast. I need to
Yeah, yeah.
rewind this. I need to rewind this. This is such a great set.
Yeah, this two amazing players with their mains showing us amazing gameplay. Couldn't ask for more now, could you, Jammerz?
Great English,
Oh,
Veggey.
hey, okay, that was good. He drive rush under the jump and then hop right back in.
He had the
Honestly,
U-turn.
listen, I think Blanka's hop from a drive rush is pretty powerful in this game.
Absolutely.
Counter conversion.
I call it the hyper hop.
Why? Oh, has one more in him.
Ooh, the crouching.
Does
He
Blanka
tried crouching
and
medium kick.
Wolfgang
He didn't have range, and he was like back to medium punch.
Dude, I'm telling you, right? The crouching medium punch, it's a blessing and a curse, but we see it be way more successful than probably what it should be. Case in point. Yeah.
Speak of the devil.
probably
I
what it
love
should
the
be.
medium punches, baby.
Yeah, that's probably the best
Thing is,
medium
Luke,
punches in the
Luke
business.
and Cammy and these characters can't even get frustrated at that
Dude,
move because
Cammy
they
has
do the
no
same
dice
thing.
compared to these medium punches.
Oh, misses the charge timing there, gets it out, the ball, but MikeX ready to punish.
Good chase down there with a drive rush, that medium punch there from Mike.
And I think Mike is going for the shoulder finish to get the meaty heavy
That
kick.
was a great jump back Blanka ball.
Oh, big damage.
Terrible.
Nice punish counter. Could have been empty jumps as you see the punish counter on that jumping. What a whiff punish.
Dangerous whiffs
This should
right
be it. Yeah, they are always so optimal when it comes to the kill. Wolfgang up
Yeah,
in
they
the lead
always
first
finish
time
their
for a
play
very
as
long
well.
time. Yeah.
Like, you can always count on them finishing the round. Like, they don't leave anything hanging.
And I feel like Wolfgang has caught on to a MikeX kind of like pattern, which is round start, walk up, crouch, medium punch, and Wolfgang is just waiting for it and either preemptively or just reactionally whiff punishing that for rounds at a time right now. It's like a big free meal at the beginning of each round. MikeX
Honestly,
though.
Mike hasn't gone for a lot of overheads, so when he used that there, obviously it's gonna catch him off guard.
Let's fly.
Rainbow, this is getting a bit too crazy there. He rainbow roll backdash into a slide. I don't necessarily agree with that. That probably led to his demise, or at least assisted in that.
Are we gonna see the round start crouch medium punch interaction again?
Nah, they drive rush instead. They're playing Street Fighter 6. They're playing Street
Dude,
Fighter.
that was such a crazy interaction. Dude, battle of the drive rush titans.
Well, you got to keep him here. Make sure he doesn't activate level 2, Blanka. So.
Oh, he's gonna keep him there. Don't worry.
Sunblast. Doesn't want to throw though, afraid of the instant air EX ball. Blanka gets out of the corner.
Uncage
Not ready to
the
punish.
beast.
Activation is coming. Level 2, everything. Ball
You
is
made
on
him
the way.
angry.
I mean,
You made
ball
him
is on the
angry.
way.
Now you might have to pay. Pay the toll.
He layered that. Oh, punish counter.
That was huge.
Here he comes. Look at the dry gauge
Mega
damage
plus
on that.
frames. Oh, you just had to block, my friend. You just had to block.
Oh no, that's
Everything
going to
just
be
changed.
the game.
You just
It
had to
should
block.
be Up ball.
Wait,
Everything
are
changed.
you guys? Are you telling me it's not that simple? Just block.
Well, like I said, you either
Just block for longer.
You either give up 2 drive stocks voluntarily, or you let Blanka do half the work for you.
Ooh, nice punish from MikeX. The crouch
Blanka's such a
into the
hard
crouch
worker. He
fears.
does the work
Look
for you.
at that. Oh, interesting. Maybe that was an intentional walk-up throw first, or maybe just trying to counter that driver's thing again. But this is such a MikeX round. Tries to go for the shimmy. Wolfgang with the classic wake-up low.
All right.
Wow.
Again, good rebuttal there from Mike, shaking it off.
Yeah, he's shaken off these situations in such a short time.
Blast.
Almost got it. I think he used
That
the.
one was
I
plus
think
one,
Wolfgang or Blanca used the wrong button there. Drive rush into roundhouse after perfect parry. Probably a faster button would have done the trick.
Nice
MikeX
DP as well.
DP though, and these jumps are just working out anyway. If you get anti-aired, you know what the answer is? It's jump again.
That's a great answer, Veggey.
Yeah, that is the answer.
Yeah. Ooh, caught off guard there. Forward fierce into Oki once again. He's draining the
burnout.
drive gauge.
If he gets
Blocking
in
is
close
not
enough,
working
he'll look
out.
for the stun.
But MikeX does have the level 3.
He saw it.
ready this time.
Yeah, he saw it.
Wait, is that it? Let me see. 1, 2,
Yeah, it's
3,
below. Is
four,
that
It's gonna
CA?
be very close.
That's
at least.
CA.
No, it's not
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
not
regular.
CA,
CA would have killed. Yeah.
He still take
If he
this
can
round,
survive
Mike?
this,
Yeah,
if he
he's
can survive,
definitely the standing medium.
well.
He's such a great round finisher.
That was a beautiful level 3 though from Mike. I think he knew the situation. And again, I think in his head he just said, right, I'll wait for the DI animation. I'll just react to that. Anything else, like we'll just like ignore it.
Yeah, that's the thing in Street Fighter 6. You have to accept a lot of time that okay, I'm deciding I will look for this, and if
Yeah, you
not,
gotta
I will
ignore
lose. But
everything
that's
else.
fine.
You've just gotta ignore everything else.
Acceptance in a lot of situations leads you to be able to deal with at least one option better. And I feel like when Wolfgang goes on the offense, they can't lose.
Did you say something?
I said when Wolfgang goes on the offense, they can't lose.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that.
Look at that. That was such a response to making it 8-8, and he gets a perfect, opens up with the air blanket ball.
That
just
EX
Blanca.
air ball
the
also
air
has
throw, that's
such
the
great
second
like screen carry as well.
Is there a tool Wolfgang hasn't used yet with Blanca?
Regular
think about
jump
it.
command throw. He's used EX, but they haven't used the
Yeah,
regular
that's a great.
I think he's used it.
You think so?
Blanca. I think Blanca's used the regular.
one. Maybe. At least the EX, we saw that a couple of times.
I think they've
first
used
time
it.
we're up,
He's
second time
literally
didn't work.
everything
Yeah.
else right now.
Ooh, the jump heavy kick though there. Oh, Mike, that was the latest punish you could ask for.
He's got to spend super, Mike. Yeah, he's got to spend super. I think. Do you know what?
Even level 1?
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, I think if Mike shimmied with the stand fierce and on the drive rush cancel, he might not have needed the super, but better safe than sorry.
Ooh, what a jump. I feel like Wolfgang has been really good at finding the timing for fireballs a lot of the times, or the trade. So I think the Hammer of Justice might not be the greatest, but the kick of Justice, I guess, works better.
Mike
The
with chase.
Spear of Justice.
Yeah, spear.
Yes, the Hammer and Spear of Justice.
Right.
The
Mike just
toes are
needs-
the tip of the spear.
Mike needs one weak punish, and he'll convert and win the game.
That's true.
That was great
Wolfgang
Oki
needs-
situation for Wolfgang.
Let's see, what's it gonna be? Back soft, doesn't want to spend it there.
Burnout's
They're coming in
coming, Burnout's
again.
coming.
Burnout
Yeah,
very
he's
close
definitely
to
just burning
it. Just
him
block,
out here.
bro. Oh, finds the jump out.
And this is again, just like Veggey said, when jumping doesn't work, jump again.
Exactly.
He got out of the corner and he won the
Look,
round.
the game, in a lot of situations, for the defender is precarious. So what you gotta do is like, look, I'm holding up forward because I'm not uppercutting. Holding up forward's free, and you don't take that much damage, and you're not really in the punish kind of state half the time when you get a jump out. So
That's
that
right,
having
is what
no
Blanca said.
recovery is illegal.
I feel like, I wonder if those are intentional all the time. If they're, oh, the perfect parry. Finally, no more meaty heavy kicks for you, MikeX.
No more.
This is huge.
It's over.
Finds the overhead this time. It's been a while. Gets
It's
the
over.
big.
Now you're
Trying to go for the overhead again.
sneaky.
Sneaky. But are we going to regret this decision? They do
We'll
have
just
the
have
level
to
1.
find out shortly.
Mike is just not ready to anti-air.
You know what's great? We don't even have to wait for the next episode. We're gonna find it out today.
Ooh, and the escape. That was beautiful. And Wolfgang is suddenly fully back.
That's
And
insane.
gets the whiff punish on the heavy
didn't
with the
even,
Blanca
like-
ball.
They weren't even over committal. They just moved away, waited for the dry gauge to completely replenish, and then one Blanca ball changed everything. Mike did not even press the offense at all.
Ooh,
Great
Mike
confirm.
with the amazing juggle confirmed.
Yeah,
there.
the forced juggle stay, that was amazing.
Oh, finds the counter.
Okay, it's
Mike
all
is
over.
very
You're a
good at
corner guy
placing
now.
that stand fierce.
No, it's all over. You're a corner guy now, Wolfgang. It's all over. It's all over.
MikeX finds that. This is huge. This is MikeX.
I think that situation for Mike is phenomenal because he's done that like 3, 4, maybe 5 times, and it's worked every single time. That micro walk into the little jab. Here comes the lightning beast.
Here comes the command grab.
Just made him angry.
When they miss it, but I feel like that's almost good because the timer is stopped on the level 2, and there's no more supers to deal with.
Short and sweet.
So it's not the worst
Blank is
place
in
to be
danger
hit.
of getting burnt out though.
That is true.
Once again, instantly closing the gap, leaving nothing on guess on the doll.
And the
The
hammer
jump
just
back
is working
fierce,
out.
it's all over. It's all over.
Oh man, that looked like a crazy ground bounce of the interaction there, and Luke Sullivan takes it for a second week running. That's right, we had a mirror match last week, but we got Luke back on the decks there again. But ladies and gentlemen, MikeX is your winner. Let me see those GGs in the chat. Menace characters doing the work. Shout out to Mena RD, of course, but Mike reigns supreme today with the 10-8 victory there. That was fun to watch. And there's plenty to talk about there, but you see it there. Beautiful stuff. That almost went down to the wire. That's what we tried to do with the show. We literally tried to take things down to the wire, give you guys those GGs in those extended sets. Then we talk to the guys afterwards. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll get Mike to try and defend himself with this character because all eyes are on Luke now.
We were actually...
Court is in session.
We were actually prosecuting the wrong character after all.
Maybe.
Were we, though? I think they're both guilty.
Find out after the break.
Anyway, we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Follow your high standards, Jammerz. We're going to talk about whiff punishing. Now, for those of you who watch Street Fighter and Heroes commentate and don't know what this means, a whiff punish is when you actually throw out one of your actions and it misses, and the recovery state is then in a vulnerable state. And what often happens is your actual hittable frame box can actually be caught by something that the opponent uses to punish you with. So if you press a button and you're not in range against your opponent, it leaves you in position to get punished. But the main thing is by pressing it and not connecting with the range you were aiming for, it's whiffing. Hence, we call it a whiff punish. What's awesome about Street Fighter 6 is when you put yourself in this scenario and you recklessly throw out buttons and they whiff, not only is the hurt box now much bigger than it used to be, but it puts you in this extremely vulnerable state, which we spoke about in the earlier segment of having a punish counter. So being punished when you whiff leads to a lot more reward now, which is part of the reason why you said you like it, Jammerz.
Yeah.
So careful with them buttons, work on that spacing, and don't whiff, or you might get whiff punished.
it high, touch the sky. Come on, let's roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you let them talk in your shine. They can't take your shine. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love yourself and live your life like it's your only one. You can be legendary, quick in your step and you make it through.
All right, everyone, and welcome back to tonight's episode of Sets featuring MikeX and Wolfgang. If you are just joining us, the set has concluded, and the only way to catch the action is to rewind the Twitch VOD or to subscribe to Cat Files on YouTube. You can watch the full action over there. Now, to our post-match interview. Mike, Wolfgang, can you guys hear me again loud and clear?
Yes, sir. Roger.
Have we got Mike here? Has he disappeared?
I'm here.
Ah, there you go. I thought he was struggling with the push to talk button again. All
No.
right, there we go.
He's looking at his trophy.
Right, anyway, Mike, congratulations on winning that. That was almost taken down to the wire between you two. I think you guys showed us a lot of stuff, tactics as well as solid trickery, I like to call it, with Blanca that I haven't seen before. But we'll go with Mike first. Mike, talk to me. What's your thought process when it comes to defending against Blanca in the corner? Maybe people need help understanding that part.
So I was trying out the just block. I was doing the block.
Nice.
It feels like sometimes I have to sacrifice a lot of your drive on defense because they'll do throws if you'll parry. Then if I have to block all of that, then I'm losing like 2 or 3 bars, but at least I'm not taking damage. But you just have to pray.
So what you're saying, Mike, for the people on social media who might not have the brain capacity to understand it, you have to choose whether you want to sacrifice your drive gauge or your health gauge, which means you have to make a chief executive officer decision to guess. That's crazy. Oh,
Everyone can play their own CEO for a day.
it's almost as if
My brain is on fire right now. It's burning. That's how fast it's working, or slow.
well, do you know what? At least Mike tried the safe option to mitigate the damage, and it's almost as if it didn't work out. Crazy. No, but you know what? No, legit, or like real talk, all jokes aside, it's just one of those situations because stages are smaller, you get sent to the corner a lot quicker, you build resources like faster, so it's almost as if you have to deal with this almost every round, every 2 rounds, I should say. That's probably mathematically correct, but I mean, you handled it and you tried jumping out a lot of the time. You had a lot of successful jumps, Mike, which is pretty good. I mean, is that one thing Luke players should be doing more often, just looking to jump out of the corner to preserve 2 bars of drive gauge because they do have a reversal that they don't want to risk losing 40% for? Or is that just something that you do?
Maybe across the cast that'd be a good thing to do, but I don't know if we want to be convincing the other Luke players to jump more. It's already kind of they're doing it.
Mike
Jumping.
They don't need convincing.
Wait, Mike, I you know how everyone calls Jump Heavy Punch the hammer of justice, right?
Oh, is he figured that out today? I think he's figured it out today.
Did you not know that people call okay, so Mike, people call Luke's Jump Heavy Punch the hammer of justice. So since you are a Luke player with a lot of great achievements, can I ask you if you can help me start calling Luke's Jump Heavy Kick the spear of justice?
What?
I can definitely try to get that trend started.
Let's go, spear of
Deafening
justice.
silence.
This leads into my question though. Because in the beginning when you were neutral jumping, I think you were doing the hammer of justice. But at some point you started to use the spear of justice instead. So is that something you knew would work better against Blanca stand medium kick anti-air, or did you just find it out today? And is there like a specific character? Are there specific characters that you can feel that the heavy kick is better than the heavy punch and vice versa?
Even if Blanca does some of his like normals on the ground, like his crouching medium punches and stuff that get him a little lower, jumping heavy punches from neutral might not hit as much. So since the heavy kick has such a down diagonal hitbox, I kind of like to use that a lot in this specific matchup.
Okay. No, that makes
sense. To reiterate, the spear of justice.
All right.
He doesn't even know it.
You need the spear of justice to slay the beast. That's what I.
No!
Mike That literally sounds like some World of Warcraft statement. That was crazy. Anyway, right, let's switch on over to Wolfgang. Now, Wolfgang, one thing I did say during the set there was your understanding of the drive gauge, how to basically manipulate what your opponent's going to do, and how to basically take away necessary stocks was pretty interesting. Are there situations where you're super comfortable in understanding what the next sequence will be in terms of, for example, let's say your opponent had 3 drive stocks, you're like, okay, I can take away 1 here, and they're most likely going to use defensive option or force a parry, and that way I can pan out my next scenario in accordance. Is that a safe way to assume how you understand the drive gauge, or do you understand it a lot differently?
Yeah, no, that's more or less what I do. Like when I'm and that could be done with any character. It's not just a Blanca thing. It's more or less of like knowing if you let's say you have a good read on somebody's defensive cycle, because like when you play someone for mad long in a set, you can kind of see, okay, all right, they're going to shim, they're going to tech here, they're going to hold up here, they're going to parry here, right? Because they see that their drive is low, they want to cycle the risk and see what happens. But I feel like I've noticed this a lot. This isn't just to MikeX or anything. Like everybody I've noticed, like to a certain degree, has done this before. When their health is low and they're like, I'm about to lose this round, I may as well just wake up DP because it's either going to hit or it's not, right? Yeah. Their drive bar is really low, so the offender is like, oh, there's no way he's gonna wake up DP because obviously if I block it, he loses, right? But that's when they want to do it because like it's my only way out to survive this round, right? Because some characters kind of just wait out burnout. You know what I mean? Like they can like survive through the madness and just like get their drive meter back safely with their tools, right? So like there was a couple times I'm like, okay, MikeX is low on drive gauge, he's low on health, he's definitely going to DP here, and I just knew because it was like it was one of those I have to do it if I want to survive. Meanwhile, I'm like, I'm not going to overextend because, I'm going off of how they're feeling about the situation. Especially like if somebody's low on drive meter, they might just DP because they think I'm forcing the burnout. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna just let you put yourself in burnout first.
Listen, like I say, I think I always say this: putting someone in burnout takes 2. It takes 2 to tango. It takes 2 people to burn someone out. Yes, you can do it on your own accord, but like with how this game works and the pace at which this game goes, it's going to take the both of you to put someone in burnout. And if Wolfgang is saying, I'd rather you do it instead of me doing it, well, it just makes life easy after when you're in a burnout state, because burnout's pretty scary, at least with the way that you guys were showing us. Anyway, another thing I wanted to ask you, Wolfgang, when you activate in the Lightning Beast, you'd activate from stand, heavy punch on block, and then you'd wait. Were you waiting for a drive reversal or just a general reversal, or were you looking for something else?
I was. I was actually looking for that because I was trying to get a read on Mike's timing or options to defend against the super. Some people tend to just autopilot drive reversal. Some people wait for the button and then they do it. I think there was one time where I was like, okay, if he's gonna drop a reversal here, it might be off the button. Let me just do stand fierce and back hop. And then he didn't do it. I'm like, okay, he's already shown that hand. So there were a lot of situations where we were just cycling and say, all right, what you gonna do this time? What are you gonna do this round? What are you gonna do like 7 rounds later? Are you gonna go back to the first layer? Stuff like that.
But wouldn't it be, sorry to cut you off, wouldn't it make more sense if you did stand fierce level 2 activate, stand fierce? That already takes about what? That's basically doing a drive rush cancel sequence without even doing the drive rush cancel. And if he'd done a drive reversal anyway, isn't that like 3 bars he's consumed in total? Isn't that a good idea? Or
no, 100%. There was the decisions that I made. That's all. I'm 100% aware that was a possibility. It was just I think with the way how defensive he was playing, in my head I was just like, okay, I'm looking for you to not panic, but be so comfortable in your defense that you're willing to drive reversal. And I think I was looking for it a little bit too much, but I think that's just the play that I had made at the time.
Okay, no, that's completely fine. And again, I think this is what's interesting, especially when it comes to players watching back their footage and the audience listening to what the commentators say about the players. It's like, okay, if I ask you, we saw one thing, you were thinking about or doing another. Yes, you're the one in the pilot seat.
The different perspective, yeah.
You're right. The fact, some people say, oh, like we were wrong, but I'm just like, no, we just gave you 2 different perspectives. This is what we thought. This is what actually happened. The fact that we gave you 2 perspectives to consider something for the future is always something good. So I'm glad that you broke that down.
I have a question for Wolfgang.
Go for it, please.
I wanted to ask you, we saw you use it a few times in the corner when you were on the offensive, Wolfgang. You did drive rush standing short that whiffed into a grab. Is that like a specific thing on a specific knockdown, or is it just like some added trickery in the corner?
So on regular throw in the corner, Blanca is plus 30, and he has a lot of like. I think he honestly has some of the best throw Oki in the game. But like specifically for Blanca, when you do drive rush light kick after a throw in the corner, you're plus 5.
Right.
And
okay. So what I said.
yeah.
Okay. So sorry. Basically, before you finish that, I said to Olvaha, he spotted it. So well done to him. I said it's either he's automatically going to get a throw or it's a gimmick. It was one of the two. And if you're saying it's plus 5, I think throws are 3 active frames in the game, so that makes sense. As soon as you press the throw automatically, he's just going to grab him, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's on wake up. On wake up, it's plus 5 that you can make the immediate throw possible, and then on block stun, it's plus 4.
Ooh, nasty.
Okay.
I like that.
No, that's pretty interesting. Speaking of the whole corner situation, Mike, let's go back to you, because you done something just as beautiful, if I'd say. You would throw, and then you do like one step that you could hardly tell was noticeable, and then you whiff a jab, or you'd walk away and then you catch him with a jab. Is that something that's really good to do, or is that like, do you do it against specific players? Because that looks like it only works against high-level players. They know the situation.
Yeah, usually it's I do it against higher level players that won't do like as middle of defense options, or lots of people like to backdash, so it's wake up, so it's kind of something to kind of cover that, and I'm just gonna do nothing. They still block the jab, or they can't really interrupt with buttons unless you're doing it straight away. And usually people will do like delay buttons on wake up, or maybe even jump back OD ball.
No, honestly, this is like really interesting to hear.
Mike, I have a question for you. Sorry if I cut you off, Jammerz. I can wait.
No, go for it.
Okay, so this is interesting to me because the first time I asked about the combo enders mid-screen for Luke, I didn't really understand it, but I think I understand it now. So you went for a lot of the time medium knuckle into run shoulder instead of medium knuckle into light knuckle, and then whiff run shoulder for Oki. Why do you what is your thought process about behind going for the medium perfect knuckle into the shoulder instead of the light perfect knuckle ender? Because you don't get a true throw after the run shoulder in that situation, right? So what is like your decisions or the reasons for going for the run shoulder ender instead of the light or perfect ender?
Sure. Well, yeah, actually, that route does more damage than the typical medium knuckle, light knuckle, whiff tackle, and it does like a little bit more corner carry. And sometimes in higher level sets, I kind of like setups that aren't true throw setups where we kind of have to walk up to throw them, because it's a lot easier to kind of get them to whiff a tech throw like that, or to do a low forward on their wake up to catch them trying to walk out of the throw range or something. So it's a good mix up rather than like a true 50-50 where there's really only like 2 options. You kind of have multiple ways to open them up from there.
I'd say that makes sense with his throw loop situation in the corner, right? Because he's got to walk up, he can't dash. So I guess that plays into what you just explained. Okay, no, that makes a lot more sense.
And is the meaty heavy kick setup only possible after that setup, like after a run shoulder?
The mid screen, that's probably your only way to set that up off of a juggled shoulder tackle hit,
which also makes the interruption, I guess, more risky.
Especially because Blanca, if they're going to hold up back for OD ball, they get clipped by the meaty, and then you still get the full combo, no counter hit.
Yeah, exactly.
Now that makes a lot of sense. All right, going back to Wolfgang, let me ask you this. From playing this character in Street Fighter 6 for almost a year now, is there like one common mistake people are making that you're like, damn, I wish people would just like relax and understand the situation a bit better? Or is it hard to pinpoint one mistake that everyone's making?
I mean, I'm trying to think, like, because there are so many situations where I can understand if the player either forgets or makes like an error in their decision making, because there's just a whole bunch of different set play options. I think if there's one thing I can argue, even though I didn't really catch on to it because of the timings of the jumps until it was too late. I think if Blanca has SA2 activated, I think the last thing you want to do is jump in the corner.
Jump in general or jump away?
Jump back in the corner. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm with you. I remember now. Yes.
Yeah, because like it's just the damage Blanca can get. He can get almost, if he has like 3 bars, he can get like 50% off one end. Like a light up ball and then another up ball, OD up ball, down forward cannon into SA1. That's like almost 5k. Like, but you know, like other than that, it's just I'm more of someone that tends to empathize with people because I know how messed up this character can be, and when it comes to a set play where it's like I can't really fault you too much. Like if it gets to one of those situations where it's like, okay, you're kind of just autopiloting parry or throw, that's different. But that's like subjective to the player and their player skill, right? Blanca specifically, I can't really think of anything. It's like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that because yada yada yada, right? It's just, you know, he's a scary character.
Well, the thing is, the reason I ask is because I play a little bit of Rashid, and one thing I always find hilarious is people think they can jump into the tornado and think it's going to disappear and not lose any health. So I always find it interesting. I'm like, if anyone wants to tell him that you can't escape this anymore, which is I always wonder, because all the level 2s are, well, they're all powerful, they're all different in their own right. So I just wanted to know if there's anything like specific that people.
I think there might be one thing like. And again, it's on me for like giving a player like MikeX like too much credit to respect the option, because it's like, you know, if he knows his options and they work, that's fine, right? I'm not mad at it. But like trying to challenge when Blanca activates Doll when it's like point blank on your body, he's only, if he does meterless electric, he's only -3. So like as long as I block and they commit to pressing, the Doll's gonna punish them. But I would assume, okay, I know MikeX knows this because he has a lot of, you know, experience against fighting Blanca. I already tagged him once. There's no way he's going to do it again. And he did cross strong again. I was like, bro. But it was on me for not blocking, right? So like on average, there's a lot of players that like won't block. And I just let them get hit by the Doll. Right? Because I'm like, I mean, I'm not plussing. I'm just safe. Right? And if you hit me, it's going to go away until it finishes channeling. So I guess that's one thing. When it's OD Doll, it's a different story. But like meterless Doll, most of the time, I'm not even that plus. Like, well, it's pretty threatening.
I mean, even safe in this game is dangerous because of parry. And then that just creates a whole nother can of worms that we won't go into.
Yeah, that's like level 5 Yomi at that point.
Well, now, you talk about empathizing with the defender. Now, you might walk yourself into this one. Do you think the complaints are justified if you empathize with them then?
Like I said, like it's one of those things where if you can assess what got you into this situation, then that's different. But as far as how much like reward Blanca gets off the hit, that kind of just like snowballs into like a, you know, like a what's it called? I don't know if snowball was the right word. More like
domino effect,
avalanche,
domino effect. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
It's like a domino effect of, oh, that worked, so you're gonna be flustered about that, which will make this hit more, which will yada yada yada, right? Stuff like that. Like I get that part because it's frustrating. It's like, bro, you got the hit, and now I'm just not gonna hold all this. Like I get that.
Now you know how I feel about Ken when he just hits you with low forward.
Oh, bro, don't get me started. You think like Ken? No. bro, I cannot despise. Bro, they will just throw out.
Well, I mean, the way you're discussing Ken is the way people discuss your character.
Of course. And I've never. Here's my thing, right?
Talk to me.
It's one thing. And not to like to steal the thunder or anything. It's one thing if you understand the situation and you're still upset. Then I get it, right? But it's a difference when people don't know and they're just like parroting what others say.
You know that's easier to do, right? You know that's easier to do. It's easy for me to complain just because the next guy said it. I don't have to think about it. Critical thinking is hard. I've been saying this to everyone. Critical thinking is goddamn hard. It's
crazy. Critical thinking is so important, but it's just so underutilized in these kind of spaces. It's crazy.
Well, listen, it happens, and until people they'll complain until the next character comes along. And I'm sure Akuma's going to do a good job of that.
Oh yeah, hey man, I'm gonna be living large. As soon as Akuma drops, I'm like, yeah, man, Akuma's kind of broken. I don't know. Maybe we need to touch him up a little bit. You know, walk up here saying no.
Well, no, listen, we'll see. Right, Veggey or Olvaha, you got any more questions regarding the set before we move on to a couple of things?
Well, I have one question for Wolfgang. I wanted to ask you, since I don't see a lot of other Blanca players do this, you used forward fears quite a bit this matchup. So I wanted to kind of understand the hierarchy of buttons for Blanca. So, like, in what kind of situations do you feel like it's good to go for the forward fierce? Because obviously you need to be kind of perfect to space it out.
So I think it's good in situations because, mind you, when it punish counters, you get a whole crumple
That's
into a
true.
combo,
Yeah.
right? It's -14 on block, but it does so much pushback when you space it. It's like only very specific characters can punish it. I think when players are trying to drive rush to try to like get back in and take their turn back or try to punish me, they're trying to catch the cow crouch. But like you if it's spaced well, like you can't you can't really punish it with drive rush, right? So like it's a good button for challenging those spaces if you know someone's going to play a barre. Like, for example, let's say I check one of their spaces, right, or I press the button and they think I'm either going to dash or do something else crazy, right? I'll throw out forward fierce because if they throw out a medium, boom, punish counter. If they throw out it also crushes lows. If they throw out a crush medium kick, boom, punish counter. It's what else? It's also a good optimal ender if you're doing like, let's say for example, I get like OD Blanca ball into OD Rainbow ball, and I don't want to spend meter, but I also don't have drive meter to end an OD up ball. Forward fierce is the best optimal choice for those kind of situations.
I see what you mean.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice to
Okay.
know.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So it does a
the
lot of
choices-
damage
it's
for what
the-
it does.
It's the choices to have, and he'll be able to replenish
Yeah.
his drive gauge. Will be at a safe place to utilize the drive gauge for the next cancel or something. Because again, sometimes I'm starting to understand a little bit more how people disregard that drive rush cancel is the most expensive thing in this game, and there's always the aspect of what if it doesn't work. It's always about what if it works, which half the time you can force the situation. But it's like, yo, what if the guy doesn't get what he wants? That's 3 bars, and you tackle the pressure that comes after that. It's not nice.
If it's only one other thing I can mention too, because I'm glad you brought up DRCs.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing about Blanca is that he doesn't really have access to a reliable pressure option. If I was to just say, let's say I was just autopilot cross strong on DRC, right, and I'm not looking for a whiff, right? Let's say I'm not even trying to confirm it. I just do it whether it's on block or on hit, right? If depending on the ranges he does it at, I can't really rely on back medium kick too often because at a very specific range, right outside of like the character's hurt box, it whips on crouchers. So I don't want to like risk trying to go like overextend on pressure and then it just whiffs, right? Even on hit, it can whiff when it's too far if they're crouching.
Right.
So the only other button I could go for if let's say I'm trying to confirm it is stand heavy kick, but that's 0 on block on drive rush. It's not even plus.
0 on
so
block's
that's why
not
most-
bad. It's not 0 on block's not a bad thing. I understand where you're coming from.
It's not. I just feel like most of the time players that are willing to take, it's kind of like when Luke does throw into dash, right? He knows it's 0. The other player can know it's 0.
Right.
They're probably gonna take that trade. It's like, but like I'd rather, if I'm trying to spend meter to control the situation, I'm not trying to just let you jab for free.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those situations. Like, so that's why you see me more times. I'll do cross strong into OD ball because it's safe, and if it hits, I get a side switch. So.
Okay, no, fair play. No, that was brilliant. I really like that. Right, let's get through these last set of questions here before we let you guys go. Right, Mike, we'll start with you first. Hypothetical here, Mike. Obviously, the new version of the game's coming out on May 22nd. If they didn't change much about Luke, obviously, have you seen some of the changes that have been roaming around on social media? The stand fierce into light flash knuckle, and they've nursed jumping hard punch. Have you seen that?
It's in pieces.
Okay.
It's in pieces. It sounds
Now-
pretty good.
Oh well, okay. I'm glad you're so honest. If they only gave him, okay, let's say if they only gave him that one new change, stand fierce into light flash knuckle confirmed, and they nerfed jumping heavy punch, but they didn't change anything else, would you be satisfied, or would you want like some new toys to play with?
I think he might have still got off pretty easy if that was all that got changed. So I think he'd still be very strong.
Interesting. Is there anything you feel? Oh, well, this could be a stupid question, but I'll ask you anyway. Is there anything you feel Luke needs to be a little bit more powerful?
Let me get my popcorn real quick. Let me get my little drink real quick. Hold on, I gotta hear this.
Maybe if he was to get an install level 2, but I don't know. I think that's the only thing that he's
Yeah, give
missing.
him the wild beast.
The one that he had in Street Fighter 5 with the knuckles.
Oh God, no! Please.
dare you.
Oh wow.
Well, no, that's his level 1. That's his level 1. The V trigger
much.
is his level 1. That's basically it.
Yeah, if you could just get like a couple
the
of
Knuckles
those.
one.
Yeah,
the
he
other
could-
V
Oh,
trigger.
you mean
use a couple,
Vanguard?
yeah.
Sorry, the cancel is the
Yeah.
cancel. Oh, okay, not the
Yeah.
other one. Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
I don't know. That was. I remember Chris CCH used to talk about that. That was an underutilized V trigger. It was all right, but like level of V trigger 1 was just too powerful. But all right.
Yeah.
So Mike wants an install super. Okay, we'll make sure to tell the people upstairs not to give him that. Right.
Imagine if he does get that, if they ever add like selectable level 1, level 2, level 3, like in Street Fighter 5, and it's like, okay, Luke, you can select Vanguard for level 2.
Maybe. I don't
Say
know.
no more.
But yeah, Wolfgang. So in regards to the blanket change, I think only 2 were reported. Jab into medium, blankable. I can't remember what the other one was. Something else. Is
So, crouch jab. Then this is what I was talking about as far as consistency and bread and butters, right? Like, crouch jab at the tip is now going to combo into medium ball more reliably. I guess they gave it a bit more hit stun, which is actually pretty interesting. I wonder how that snowballs. And then, his overhead is now -3 instead of -2. Like whenever you see me go for like drive rush overhead and like somebody blocks it, I'm actually like I can actually go for a legit throw guess, not just a 50-50 will they jab or not type guess. You know.
right. If those were the only changes Blanco received, would you be fine with that, or would you want more?
I kind of want a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie, just because everybody's kind of getting like it's kind of like a Secret Santa. You don't know what you're gonna get type situation, right? Because it's a new game and everybody gets like new toys and stuff. I've seen all these buffs from different characters. And I think if I was to get anything for Blanca, like anything I would want, there was a buff that he got in Street Fighter 5 where I think it was around season 3, either 3.5 or season 4. He was able to cancel his wild lift into special moves. I think that would be interesting in this game. I don't know how they would animate it because it looks like he's already jumping off the ground, but maybe they could kind of finagle it. I don't know. Like
I'm sure they can do something. There's some wild animations in this game. I'm sure they can do something.
Being able to do like stand fierce lift and let's say for example I'm in SA2. Mind you can already cancel normals into special moves without charge, right? Into SA2. So like imagine like Blanca stand fierce into lift into light up ball, just something weird like that. Like I think that would be pretty cool, just to open up more possibilities for like combo, set play and routes and stuff like that.
Interesting. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. All right. Now I got to get through my series of questions for my last one. I like to do the would you rathers with people on the show now because this is fun.
Now, which ones do you have today, Jammerz?
Right. We'll start with Mike. Right,
you rather
Mike.
block?
If you had to pick between these 2 characters to be the best in the game, would you rather Kimberly be the best in the game or Marisa be the best in the game?
Wow.
Wow, that's hard.
Kimberly.
Kimberly? Why?
Whoa.
I think she's just a cool character, and I feel like making that type of archetype of character be strong is fitting, because usually those type of characters are always a little strong, and Marisa type characters are always more of like the mid-tier grappler thing where they're either really good or really bad. So I like Kimberly better for that.
like
I'm
grappler
gonna.
thing.
If you ever fight a Kimberly player in the next version of the game and you lose, I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna send it to you. And I remember you said it.
And he's gonna write like, so you wanted this character to be even better?
He's gonna hit you with like the 20 million like crying emojis that he does on Twitter.
Yeah, where's your grappler thing now?
Anyway, Wolfgang, what about you? Would you prefer Marisa be the best or Kimberly be the best in the game?
As much as I prefer my muscle mommy character Marisa, I think I would have to give it to Kimberly, because at least with Kimberly, I would have to. I could like. I don't know what would justify her being quote unquote the best, but I'm sure it couldn't be damaged. Maybe it could just be more set play situations. I don't know, but at least I know I wouldn't be dying in one hit versus like against a character like Marisa. And I think like what MikeX said, I can piggyback on that too. Like just more. I don't know. I just think just more of an appealing character to showcase if they're going to be seen a lot in tournament. I can see Kimberly go the mile.
So that's 2 people I need to send Kimberly clips to of themselves.
Nice. Can't wait.
All right.
But it's a very hard question to answer between Kimberly and Marisa.
Why?
Because neither would be a pick you would be satisfied with being the best in the game.
That's why I pick them, Veggey. Did you not realize?
Yeah, but once you picked Zangief, so I don't see the red thread.
No one picked him. All right. So my next question is, and you'll like this one. Mike, will go with you again. Would you rather that we keep perfect parry how it is, or would you rather V-shift be the defensive mechanic in Street Fighter 6? In a hypothetical, of course.
Ooh, keep perfect parry the way it is.
You don't like V-shift?
I'm not a... It makes Dulcim too nice. I don't know. I don't like it.
Okay, no, interesting. What if V-shift in SF6 it costs 2 drive stocks? Would you still want to keep perfect parry, the main defensive mechanic?
Yeah, I think if it costed 2 stocks, then I'd be okay with it.
Okay, so he's trying to avoid Dals to be the best in the game. Thank you for giving me insight. There you go, it's brilliant.
Honestly, I kind of respect that.
No, I do too. Right, so Wolfgang, what about you? Would you rather we keep perfect parry the way it is, or V-shift come back into the game with it costing 2 drive stocks? As a hypothetical, of course.
I regret to inform you that I think we already have V-shift in this game, and it applies to a character named JP. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, I feel like perfect parry is fine the way it is. Like V-shift, we're already dealing with the repercussions of amnesia. I don't think V-shift needs a return. It was a cool mechanic, like, to be the prototype for perfect parry in 6, but I personally just don't think it needs to come back. Like, this is a different kind of game with the different kinds of mechanics, you know, and stuff like that. Like, I think that's fine.
Okay, fair. What if they were to just indulge you for a second? What if they were to introduce another defensive mechanic that was probably more problematic than how the players have been receiving perfect parry? Would you then say, right, get rid of this, or bring V-shift back instead?
It depends on what it does, because like you already have all these options, right? You have a defensive mechanic that beats strikes. You have you have another mechanic that you could use offensively or defensively, depending on your style, like drive impact, right? If you want to blow up strings, or just like bulldog through somebody's defense, right? You have, depending on your character, you have reversals. They're about to start introducing wake up drive reversal in season 2, like the new patch where, that basically gives everybody a reversal, similar to like a la SF4.
Yeah.
Like everybody has some kind of wake up now. So I don't think we need anything else. I mean, I feel you. It would be interesting to see another one, but I think, like, for the health of the game, so that people already aren't like cycling with so many options, I think we're at a perfect balance right now, as far as like the not necessarily what works and what doesn't, but just like what we have. Right, you have something on block. You have something that you have a get off me option on block. You have a parry option that avoids strikes and kind of avoids or replenishes your drive meter. You have an armored attack that can blow through other people's offense, or even like crush through someone's defense. So I think it's already like a Trinity kind of situation.
Okay, no, I like that. All right, my next one. I like this one because some people think I'm crazy for asking it, but I like asking it anyway. Mike, if you could win one tournament, would you rather win EVO or would you rather win Capcom Cup?
Oh no.
Probably Capcom Cup.
Any reason why?
Just a prize pool.
I knew it.
I knew it. There's a million reasons.
Nah, look, I know it sounds weird. It's like, why the hell is he asking me that? Listen, some people take EVO for pride, especially with the number of entrants that show up. With obviously, and remember as well, with Capcom Cup, the favorite doesn't always win, and you could get any old group. You could be put in the group of death. You could run back into Gachikun again. Like you could.
Yeah, but you said,
oh
win.
nah,
He would have won it.
Oh, no, of course, but obviously the way to get there as well. It could be a number of variables. But if Mike wants Capcom Cup because of the million, I like that. All right, Wolfgang, what about you? Capcom Cup or Evolution? Which one would you rather have in your trophy cabinet?
Okay, so I'm going to assume that we're going off of recency bias based on what 6 has been doing. And if that's the case, if we're talking about now and not before, I would say Capcom Cup. Like before they started introducing this prize pool, I would say EVO. But now I'm just like, nah, like I want to win the cup. And for a couple of reasons, right? Like, me as a competitor, like, this isn't the only thing that I do. As much as I love playing fighting games, there's also other hobbies that I partake in. And if I was to win something like the cup and win $1 million, that's now a new investment on my other hobbies, right? So like, I actually get to, I could literally be like, all right, bet, I'm retiring. I'm the best. I won the cup. I'm a millionaire. What's good? Things like that. And I could, I don't know, I could just invest a lot of things, whether it's like, it could be Yeah, anything, honestly. I just think it's the best case scenario.
No, I respect that. All right. Now, my next question, or my second last one. Mike, if you had the choice for a wave of characters for a DLC pack, would you want 4 brand new characters or 4 returning characters? And if the returning characters, what would those 4 characters be?
I'd like returning characters, and I'd want Got, Beth, maybe Makoto. More let's throw a wild card in there. So let's do Abel.
Hold on. So you said Abel's the wild card, but you threw 2 wild cards before that? Look.
Wait.
All right. So Sagat, Seth, Abel, Makoto. Is that right?
Yeah.
Drive rush step kick.
I know.
Drive rush step kick.
I know Mike loves a little bit of chaos with those.
Drive rush step kick.
Interesting. And you can cancel the step kick as well, by the way, so you can do that.
Of course. Yes.
All right.
Drive rush step kick.
Wow. That would be beautiful.
Into a world.
Wow.
Anyway.
Process that.
Well,
Process
it's hard. All right, Wolfgang, what about you? Would you want 4 brand new characters, or would you want returning characters? And what would those
as
4
much
be?
as much as I appreciate the effort put into like bringing new faces into like the Street Fighter like
universe
lore and stuff like that, like I appreciate the effort, but I also think there's characters that get like the crappy end of the stick. Like they don't get a chance to return. They're only known for one game and that's it. So I would have to say returning.
Okay. What would those 4 be if you could pick?
So I'm gonna be biased here. I already know. I'm gonna use one biased character.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, one biased character. Even though we're already getting him coming soon, like Akuma, I would love Oni to come back.
Okay. Do you know what? I personally think they missed the trick with Akuma. I think they should just give him an install and turn
that's
him
what we
into
thought
Oni.
the level 2 install was.
Yeah, I thought they should have done that. But his level 2 pump first on hands experience when Capcom invited me. Shouts to Capcom for allowing me to go and play a little bit of Akuma. His level 2 is pretty fun. But I think they missed the trick by turning it into Oni for his level 2. That's just me. Right.
So yeah, there's
Oni. Yeah.
There's Viper. I think Viper would be cool.
Okay.
She would be really cool.
She would be cool. Like I feel like her aesthetic already fits this game. Like just
Drive rush Seismo.
Yeah, the debating stuff. Like drive rush Seismo, the debate heavy stuff. You know, Hakan will be cool to come back. I think he needs some love. He needs some
Finally,
love,
yes, a man of culture.
And if I had to pick one more character, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this, but shout out to my boy El Chicote. We need El Forte back, bro. we need El Forte back.
This guy's crazy. He thought Hakan was crazy. He said Hakan wasn't crazy enough, so he said bring back Forte. No.
Forte would be, bro. That would be so
actually, drive rush tostada press.
Bro, you see what I mean?
Quesadilla bomb.
Drive rush quesadilla bomb.
Drive rush EX run into splash.
Oh God!
How are you
I'm not gonna lie.
checking that,
Drive rush OD Q bomb would be crazy. That's like Cody doing drive rush zonk.
That would be incredible.
Give it armor as well. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Might as well add salt to injury since you lot are going crazy with this one.
Of course.
You lot are wild. You are absolutely wild. I'm never gonna ask you guys about.
And you know the defense from El Fuerte players would be but it costs 2 OD drive bars. And
all you have to do is block.
Yeah,
you just have to block, bro. All you have to do is block.
I did 3 bars.
You lot are crazy. All right, no, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Right, I'll hit you my last question before we give you guys the podium. Right, we'll start with Mike again. Mike, have you got a hot take for Street Fighter 6? Have you got a take that everyone else would disagree with, do you think? Or you think you've got pretty peaceful opinions?
I don't think I have any easy hot takes. If anything, I just think because of the corner game being so strong, almost any form of side switching in the game is kind of any form, whether it be like a Ken target combo run, Dragon Lash, Honka EX ball, just any side switching. I'm not really a big fan because of how important the corner is.
Even if you have to spend, even if you have to spend 3, I still think it's you just win off that. It doesn't matter because if you're side switching, you're throw looping somebody, you're getting that bar back passively as you do it. actually, no, that's a fair point. So, okay, the best way, yeah, it basically overrides everything because positioning is a huge thing in this game. Okay. I'm not, I agree with you. I think that's an overlooked take. I don't think that's a hot take per se, but I think that's not going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, like, you'd be allowed to side switch, but it just has to be more expensive or they lose something. But as you said, it's like, look, you'll just get the ball back anyway. So, okay, no, that's fair. Well, he already said he wanted Hakan and El Fuerte back. So dare I ask what Wolfgang's hot take is for Street Fighter 6? Go for it.
Hot take of. We're talking about the game. Specifically
We are
the game,
talking about
right?
the game, or if you have anything
Okay.
else revolving around the game, that's.
I mean, I think. It's. See. It sucks because like.
Ran out of hot take.
I think. I know I have a hot take. It's just more so of the response that people have for the game rather than how the game is built. I think for a game that has pretty much what people have been asking for the past, I would say 7 or so years.
Okay.
I don't think it's getting enough. I don't think it's getting its flowers it deserves. Like there's a lot. This game has a lot of defensive mechanics. And I know a lot of people that say, yo, we want more defensive mechanics in our fighting games. Now we have them and it's like, oh, nah, but it's broken. And I'm like, it sucks when it doesn't work out for you, right? But it's still, for what it is, I think it's a great option. Now, can it get tweaked? Sure. I'm not saying Perfect Parry is great the way it is. I think there could be a couple things that could be, that could be changed about it. No one really complains about DI anymore. That's like a high risk, high reward kind of tool.
Funny that.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of things in this game to be appreciated that I don't think people give enough credit for, or like give this flowers for. That's like probably my biggest take.
Let's wait about 8 years, and I'm sure it will get its flowers. That's just how we work.
Hopefully.
We'll see how that one goes. But hey, typical FGC.
Better late than never.
100%. All right, can we get their fight card on the screen, please? It's been an absolute pleasure talking to both Mike and Wolfgang here. But right, we'll get to allow you guys to have the podium. So, Mike, is there anyone you want to thank? Anyone to shout out? Anything at all?
Yeah, I definitely want to shout out my fiance Brianne for. I think she should be watching right now. She said she is. So
Nice.
Well done.
been a very, very supportive of me spending this much time. Grinding on this and the online tournaments and the travel, just everything awesome. So
you know
really
what?
appreciate
Let me extend thanks as well to Mike's fiance. We've had several players where their partners, their significant others, have said, if you don't do well in this, you better put that stuff down. And that's me putting it mildly. Rain Pro, quick story. Rain Pro. He not necessarily neglected his girlfriend, but he put a lot of time into qualify for the cup. And before he was able to qualify, said, if you don't make something out of this, I'm going to get real mad. And lo and behold, he qualified for the cup. So luckily, that worked out. So, you know what? Significant others they're starting to understand that their partners might have something that they really want to pursue. And it's not that they disagree with it. It's just like, look, make the most of it. Make it count. Make sure you don't waste this time. Because quality time is a valuable thing when it comes to couples. So hey, shout outs to MikeX's fiance. And are you getting married this year or next year?
yeah, actually, it'll be during the DreamHack Dallas event.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, lovely.
Like that weekend.
Perfect.
W? All right.
Make sure you take pictures. Take pictures.
Congrats.
Just take
Oh
pictures.
yeah. Be tons.
And you might get to turn on the stream slyly somewhere, and then if you watch somebody lose, like,
Sneaking a couple matches.
Maybe. No, but that's brilliant. All right, Wolfgang, what about you? Is there anyone you'd like to thank? Anyone you want to shout out?
Yeah, shout out to all my, my friends and loved ones, the people that keep me in check, people that look out for me, and shout outs to my Australian friends, all my shout outs to my homies Midnight Oz, Technique, all of them. Shout outs to my homies from the Midwest like El Chicote, Joker's Boy, and just like it's good to have like that support system, that just keeps you going. And I couldn't be more thankful. Shout outs to Capcom for making this great game. Not shilling. I really like fighting games, so this is the game that I can always see myself coming back to. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Perfect. You can see their socials on the screen right there, so you want to give them a follow, please do so. But yes, gentlemen, we're just about out of time with you guys, so we do have a show to close out. So when you're ready, you can leave the Discord call, and I'll drop you guys a message later thanking you once again, because it's been an absolute pleasure. I've noted down all your hot takes to make sure none of these ever happen. But yeah, gentlemen, when you're ready, you can leave the Discord call.
All right, thanks for having us, guys. Thank you.
All right, take care. All right, listen, that was
Take
brilliant.
care, guys.
Listen, I think
I have a would you rather for you two.
Wow.
Would you,
Or for
Jammerz?
him?
I stole
I
this from
can't
Olvaha,
wait.
but he didn't capitalize on it.
you
So.
stole it from him. That's rude.
Yeah. So Jammerz, would you rather take the throw or block?
Wow.
I knew it. I knew it.
The thing is, wait, hold on. Do you know what's weird about that? Because if you block, you're automatically telling yourself you're going to take a grab. You're going to accept it. Do you know what I mean?
I think I worded my question wrong.
Okay, let me answer it in your way. I would take the throw, but if I chose to block, right, if it wasn't a true string or whatnot, I'm blocking because I'm accepting you're going to throw me anyway. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think my question was worded just bad.
Your
It was
brain
a very
just
bad
broke.
question.
Your brain just broke.
Yeah, it was a terrible
Malfunction.
question. I'm sorry. Because blocking and taking the throw is the same thing.
You know what?
I would phrase it.
I work
Would you
with this
rather
guy
take the
every
throw?
week, by the way.
Would you rather take the throw or jump out?
Take the grab.
You know what? I'm actually gonna jump twice.
Right.
Because if you jump twice, the
Yeah,
second
because-
jump is going to hit.
Yes, because the first one doesn't work, but the second one is definitely gonna land.
And if not, what about the third one?
For sure. Make
You're
it a
not answering the third one.
Make
You're
it a hat trick.
You're not gonna expect me to jump the
Well,
third time you answered
yes.
me.
We don't know that. Anyway.
That's big brain.
Oh, by the way, you have to answer that yourself.
You know me, I would never take the throw. I'm jump
never
cancel
do
SPD
anyway.
or jump.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Yeah, you never do anyway, and then you complain that you lose. Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
Right.
What?
We had a good set
rude.
there, but we're not done yet. We got this thing loaded up. I need to find out if we've got this thing loaded up for the next thing. So let's move on to Avatar battles. As part of the show.
Yes.
Avatar battle time.
Finally, who's cooking tonight?
That's the theme song, by the way.
Yeah.
It's
Dude, those are some long legs.
night. And then Olvaha will always say, "Who's cooking tonight?"
That
Okay.
demon or
Yeah.
Oni or whatever that is has got massive feet.
Those long limbs are pretty incredible, I gotta say.
Okay, so there's Lily,
Tomahawk Buster.
there's Dalsim, there's
Oh,
Aki.
Cammy. This
No, that's
Cammy
Juri. No, that's
moveset.
Juri.
No, that's Cammy.
That was Juri's dive kick. Oh, that's Cat. All right, that's Cammy's
That's actually
normal.
Cammy's
Yeah.
jump.
Cammy, yeah.
Okay,
It's
right,
Cammy
okay.
fighting against Luke.
Dude,
I
this
think.
guy is cooking.
Like
This guy.
the base. Okay, this is good. Just for you. And another.
DJ.
Okay. Whoa!
3 up. What?
What the hell?
How many?
Where was the fourth one?
Wait, is that the game? Can DJ do free air slap? Sorry, Jack.
Okay, it's all over. It's all over. Pack it up.
Sure,
Like
the juggle
you can't
property
get better
is high
than
enough
this.
up in the air. Oh, shoot up!
I like how the other guys, the other guys, like, I'll just do drive impact. It's gonna land at some point.
It will.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys get hit by drive impact all the time.
Oh, the teleport mix up to evade the throw. Imagine having a teleport and a command.
Oh
That's
my, the
unfair.
checkmate.
That's
The checkmate. Look at this fiend.
Oh, the stand heavy kick reset into drive impact. Now we're gonna see some juicy combo.
Dude, I love how he
One,
places the poison with
two,
the long limbs. It's like
3.
Wait.
Okay, I guess 3 is the limit. Oh, you don't want to backdash against Luke's wake up critical
Wait,
art.
can we not?
look at the close up.
Can we not talk about when he did the sonic boom into the level 2? How unfair that was.
Oh, he has
yeah, that was
the
unfair.
command grab as well.
Oh,
They both.
everyone wants to teleport in Avatar battle.
They both got the teleport.
Oh, tries to go for the walk-up command throw. Yeah, because
Wait,
they are on modern.
is there a limit to how many moves you can have in a tool set? Because this character
there
looks
is,
like
there
a
is, there is a-
secret
there's a
Shadow
limit.
Chun-Li boss or something. And
The left side character is incredible.
I attribute it to the massive feet. Right? That's crazy.
Actually, I identified the left
Well, look
character.
at that zoning. That
want me to-
zoning is crazy. How are you going to get out of that zoning?
Guys.
Fireball, spike, teleport.
Oh, that
Guys, you want me to
Surprise,
tell?
but it was on the lock.
You guys want me to tell what the left side character is?
Yes.
That's my sleep paralysis demon.
Oh, this is gonna be
Okay,
cool.
how many upkicks will we have now, though? There's got to be even more, I guess. No, okay, it's still 3.
Okay.
One.
That's gonna be 1,
Two.
2.
3.
Make that 3, baby.
Oh, trying to get the 4 just for us. Thank you. That was so good. I wonder if they forgot that they had done 3 or just could actually get one more going.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Drive it back, baby.
No, it's drive impact galore.
This is
Here you
getting-
go.
Do you know what?
Nice,
I've got to
DP
give credit to these players because they must be having a whale of a time in Battle Hub, like doing this
Yeah.
stuff. Honestly, they said them pros. What are they doing?
These
said
guys
they're
are just cooking 5-star meals.
What on earth? Stop.
Okay,
I-
okay. Now we're gonna see it again. We're gonna see it again. Let's go into
Poison
level
once
2.
again and feel
No,
that
just into
damage. Okay, make that 1.
Can you do a
2.
zero?
That's 2.
3.
And the
Please
3.
4. Okay, there's no 4.
There's no 4.
Oh no, my finisher! Oh,
Unfortunate. Unfortunate.
Should have waited for the block first.
Well, how about that? Now we know that. Okay, now I know that if Zangief does his super after Luke does his, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, see, we're learning and we're having fun. Okay.
Isn't
it's
that
time
the
for
best
Luke
combo?
avatar to
That's
do
when
some
you
sick
learn the
combo.
best as well.
Oh.
Come on, grab, and then Mexican side food.
Oh,
doing
the
its
time is
work.
running out.
Dude, they don't have enough. They don't have enough damage.
Yeah, and their life
They're
bars
modern,
are too
right?
big. Their life bars
Yeah,
are
they're
too
modern, but I also think that maybe they're not maybe there are more optimal scenarios for avatars to land optimal stuff than just drive impact in the corner.
I don't know if they'll. I don't know if
Wow,
they'll change
really?
anything. I don't know if they'll change anything about that, but it's like I think it's because they're having like a multitude of tools in the same toolkit.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
literally having like 36 tools in a toolbox, and you can do anything with them. I think it's kind of justified to have that much. I don't
Veggey,
think I have
you'd
it,
be
but-
overwhelmed as well because you can barely handle Zangief's moveset.
well.
That's true. How many
that's-
moves does he have again?
5.
Plenty. Plenty. You're
That's
talking
more
about
than
specials.
Guile, though. Sonic Boom!
And they,
Flash
and they
kick.
added to Gala anyway. But yeah, we upload those to, I believe, Instagram, TikTok. I think we make some clips on Twitter as well for you guys to see. Just do hashtag #AdBats, and then you can see all the craziness that we there. But yeah, no, that was some crazy stuff. I think that's been the most chaotic character we've seen thus far.
And the coolest combo. One of
I'll
the coolest
see them in
combos.
my nightmares.
Yeah, no, we had a.
Yeah, it's Olvaha Sleep Demon.
We had
Yes.
we had a few comments regarding one of the characters we had a while ago where they do blanket ball into, I think it's Jackknife Maximum, I can't remember what it was, but there was one combo that we had and people said, yo, that was crazy. So maybe that one might top it. Who knows? But yes, that was it for Avatar Battle there. Shout out to the production team for finding that one. Now we have to make
That
a
was a
couple
good
of closing
That was incredible.
statements
What
here.
a
Right,
gold
have we
nugget.
got the first thing we need to talk about? I believe we have something to talk about. Well, you tell me. Don't tell me what to do with your job.
I got this, Jammerz. I got this.
All right, find out. Well, talk to me. What we doing?
Just waiting for production, and when production, okay. So here it's coming.
There you go, Veggey.
Oh yeah, okay. It's with okay. I was waiting for the sound. Yeah, okay. We have everything. Sorry. Okay, that's great. Yeah. So on Thursday, May 16th at 19 Central European Time, Ninjas in Pajamas are going to do a show called Pajama Party, which they have been doing for a while. But this episode is going to be fully focused on Street Fighter and me and Venom. So if you tune in, we'll talk about, I mean, we haven't released what we'll talk about, but we'll release that in a few days. Just stay tuned on Twitter. But you can already ask us questions, me or Venom or both, on Twitter if there's something you'd like to have answered on that episode. So that's May 16th. That's this Thursday at 1900 hours Central European Time. Focused on Street Fighter and Ninjas in Pajamas going into Street Fighter and fighting games. So I hope to see you there. It's gonna be great.
Make sure to follow Phenom and Veggey on Twitter or social media in general. I'm sure people do that, but yes, if you follow them, they'll get all the necessary information out there. And then if you tune in, and now's your chance to expose Phenom on camera, because he'll have to explain it to his new team. And if he tries to think that they're FGC members, he's going to slip up somewhere, so we can get him to admit how strong Ken is. So make sure you tune in.
And
what's up?
Thank you for saving me with all these great information at the end, because you are like a general. You're so what is it called when you're so experienced being like a host and stuff?
Well-versed.
Well-versed.
Is your mouth giving
You
up,
are
Veggey?
incredibly worst, Jammerz. And I just one more thing to add. It's on twitch.tv/ what was it? Let me see again. NIP Gaming. I just don't want to.
Oh my word.
I don't want to get it wrong. So yeah,
I love you, Veggey.
NIP Gaming. Yeah. So just making sure that I'm not giving the
I
wrong
hope
information.
none of your
Come
superiors
on Twitter,
are watching
follow
this.
us on Twitter, and you can ask us questions if there's something you want to know what I really feel about Zangief. I might be able to tell you.
Oh, they
I
just
can't
gonna ask
wait
you.
for my GIF
That'd be great.
answers to be GIF questions to be answered.
Anyway, make sure
I
you
hope to
tune
see you
into
there.
that.
You guys are coming, Jammerz and Olvaha, right? Sorry, that was last. I'm sorry.
Of course,
great.
I'll be there no matter what. I'll be
Yes.
there no matter what.
I will try to have it on in the background while I'm doing
No,
some work.
you will be there no matter what.
Are you telling me
Yes.
or asking me?
No, I'm telling you.
Right.
You
Okay.
will be there no matter
Olvaha,
what.
you are a true friend, and Jammerz, you have to do it now because
Well,
Olvaha
you
told
said I'm well versed, so I'm living up
Well
to
versed.
the anyway. Right. Let us go over this very important thing. You guys know about it. We're going to keep advertising until the season starts itself. There are going to be 8 offline events for the upcoming CPT, starting with Evolution 2024 and ending with Kings of the World, with the cup itself being in Tokyo, Japan Capcom Cup 11. This was going to be happening. You have EVO 2024, we have C3, Cream City Convergence, Ultimate Fighting Arena, East Coast Throwdown, Super Premiere Singapore, Super Premiere Japan, Blink Respawn, and of course, Kings of the World. You guys have been preaching or been asking, crying out for offline competition. It's back in full force with 8 competitions around the clock. So hey, you'll know when these are on, and it's going to be leading up to, of course, the finals going back home in Japan Capcom Cup 11 there. A lot of players are being sponsored, a lot of players are getting more serious, and of course we start things with that new version that will be coming on May 22nd, of course. Now, do we have any other? I probably should have got these slides because it's only just occurred to me. The schedule for Esports World Cup Street Fighter 6 did come out. Do we have the original picture? We'll take the original picture. Yes, we'll take this one. So, of course, Street Fighter 6 will be at Esports World Cup in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And, of course, there will be various qualification processes. And 2 of them will be at DreamHack Dallas, which will be happening at the end of the month. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, it'll be at DreamHack Summer in Sweden. There's actually various tournaments. EVO Japan was giving out qualification spots. The top 6 got there. The mix-up in Lyon, France will have 2 qualification spots there. I think Battle Arena Melbourne or BAM will have some qualification spots. There is another tournament I'm forgetting about. There'll be various qualification spots to the guys. So people will be traveling if they want to be part of one of the biggest prize pools for Street Fighter 6 this coming season. They did put out the prize pool distribution as well. A little bit less, but the payout is distributed a little bit more. So hey, people are shaping up. The competitive season is getting prepared to be pretty crazy. So keep an eye out for that. There's going to be things around the clock. And all we can encourage you to do is keep playing, stay sharp. You can keep lamenting about Blanca if you want, but, you know, maybe pick a strong character or something. Or pick a character that fits your style so you can get
Or just block,
involved.
you know?
Just blocking
block
might be the difference between
and
90
take the
grand and
throw.
like 120. I don't know. Cost yourself 30k for blocking. But
1
hey,
million seconds of blocking.
maybe. Who knows? That's in my time, that was called a true block string. Crazy enough how long those last. But yes, that is about it from us here. So it was a pleasure bringing you guys this as well. Really enjoyed the show. Shouts to Mike and of course Wolfgang as well. Shouts to the co-hosts, Veggey
Shouts
and
to Jammerz.
Shout outs to you, bro.
And of course, don't forget, Veggey will advertise it. If he doesn't forget, we'll do it for him. They are going to do a Ninja in Pajamas Street Fighter Special Edition episode this Thursday. So make sure you go and check that out. Right, we might be on next week. We might not. But hey, we'll let you know if we are. And if you don't, well, we'll see you in the next version of the game. So until then, take care and a couple more days or maybe a week or so until Akuma drops. See you soon.
It's a true 50-50. Will you guess right? Find out next Tuesday. Hadouken.
I'll keep blocking.
Yeah,
Y'all already know
you know what time it is.
I belong in the top spot #1.
Hope you ready for the fight.
Reign supreme.
Put 'em up, let's go.
#1. Yeah. I've been laying locked, training for this moment my whole life. Cold nights, in the rainy days, hope I get mine. Spend mine for the accolades in the empire. I need that time. Once again, it's on, it's my time to shine bright. And if you try to stop me, then you're gon' pay the price. All them late nights finally paid nights. Awake in my dreams, but you can call me the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm focused. You know how bad I want this. I'm giving it my all, and before this moment is golden, I control it. All eyes on me, I see I'm watching. Once I'm locked in, ain't no way that I'm stopping. Clocked in, it's time to put in work. Go berserk. I'm in my zone until I'm first. Believe me, when I say nobody can see me, this a product of hustle. I just make it look easy. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on the top. 3, 2, 1. I'm ahead of the game. Y'all remember my name. Non-stop, you ready or not? When it's all said and done, I'ma be on the top. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Yeah, I belong in the #1 spot.
I always keep the business, nothing personal. When you always see nothing, I just barely scratch the surface. Throw me in the rain, let me do my thing. Thought they hit me down, fight through the pain when I'm in the zone.
I ain't never say much, but you see me up top. You see my numbers healthy, the pressure don't